fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones BBQ, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show. Hosts Mark Greenhelves and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're gonna love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
The Dickinson Avenue Public House is a lively and diverse restaurant in Greenville that utilizes fresh and local ingredients. With influences of Creole, Asian, and upscale Southern cuisine, the Dickinson Avenue Public House offers a seasonally rotating menu and a full-service bar with rotating craft brews on tap. Come to the intersection of 8th and Dickinson and enjoy $off drafts on Tuesday, half-price flights on Wednesday, half-price wine bottles on Thursday, and $1 oysters Tuesday through Friday from 5:30 to 7. For more details, check out their website at daphousenc.com.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, pirates supporting pirates.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
Tabua. Aoub. What about Aoub? Safula.
Cool, neat story.
Was that supposed to be funny? There's local politics, bud.
Don't go over the rules. It'll take forever. Let's just get to the draft.
Let's get the pumping.
I got a little taco meat on my chest.
It's gonna be fun. We in the thick. I mean, everybody gonna be loud. I'm gonna be loud with them. I'm screaming too. Like, yeah, let's go. Let's do this. You ready for this? I am.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, welcome in to a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here inside the Pirate Radio studios, talking to you today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930, online, pr927fm.com, and you can watch the show on Facebook Live and on YouTube. You can subscribe to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube and also like us and follow us on Facebook and drop in your question, comment, concern, or otherwise right there on the live feed, and you can be a part of today's show. Coming up on the program, we will visit with the voice, Jeff Charles. He'll join us coming up in about 30 minutes or so. In the 4 o'clock hour, former Pirate Brandon Manning joins us to tie a bow on the 2022 ECU baseball season. We'll go inside the anger management rage room. That might have been great for our first guest, but we'll do that in our second hour today and talk about what we're angry about in the world of sports and life in general. And in the 5 o'clock hour, Troy D will be here, as will, I guess now former Pirates center fielder, that sucks to say, Bryson Worrell will join us on the program as well. We've got Shirley Rhodes, Chandler Honeycutt, CJ Schaefer, and to my left, the great Brian Meador.
The great?
Us. Yes.
Wow.
Hello, Brian.
You teed me up, man. What are we talking about? This? Why am I the anger management guy? Why would that be? I'm not angry. I'm always a happy guy.
People know. I mean, who are you lying to right now?
Come on,
I will
guy.
say you're a happy guy, but you like to mix it up, stir the pot.
Yeah, a little bit.
Bailey calls you the Chihuahua, right? Or the little
Yeah. I
dog.
get after it. Gnaw at the bone.
Whatever breed you.
I got your boy Feldman kicked off of here, I guess, or something like that.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, if you're on his hit list, watch out. But hopefully,
on,
I'm on. And by the way, I was thinking about today because I always think about this. I still kind of feel bad about you've been doing stuff with us for a long time, Press Box. So in my early days here, Press Box was and maybe still is my favorite show. Just mostly because of you, but Bailey,
that's high praise.
Going back and forth, and so I'd done some shows with you, and we talk and stuff. So I kind of knew you, but I didn't know you. So I was at Bowley's getting hammered years and years ago, and Bill Giannicola was there with a couple of WITN employees.
Christina, I remember Christina.
And I said, talking about Brian Meador, because Bill Giannicola worked there, and I was like, oh man, he's awesome, man. That guy's a real a-hole. He's a jerk. I love him.
That's not what got relayed to me.
And I said some bad stuff, but that was like a major compliment that I would say about my friends. Yeah. I wasn't close enough to you to be talking like that about people. Then they go to you and say, boy, man, this guy is killing you. He hates you. Said. So you came in, and this is what's awesome about Meador. Instead of like not bringing it up, or you were like, hey, what's up, man?
Nah, we did a whole show.
What'd you say?
I went in there and sat down right in front of you and said, man, what did you say?
What'd you say? What's going on?
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Huh? Whoa. And then I was like, oh, okay. We're not that close. I can't talk about you that way.
No. If it had been delivered, if it was in context, and that hey, that guy's an asshole. I really like him. Done. I'm a-hole, sorry.
That's too late now.
I forget.
And that's why we love having him on the show. But no, anyway.
Two words you could say, but you put them together and you can't.
I explained that to a young Chandler.
He didn't know this.
Yeah.
He does now.
So, but you're an old vet. You know that.
Yeah, but I should have done better than that. I said it anyway. But no, you were 5 seconds into your explanation, and I knew right away what had happened. They poured gas on something that didn't need to be lit.
But a bad game of telephone, that kind of thing. All right. Anyway, Meador, I guess we'll begin. We are exiting the 2021-22 sports calendar. We're done with everything after baseball, right? So everything's complete now. And for you, you're going to enjoy your summer, hopefully, but when do you really start to dive into football and those things?
I'm going to Disney World with my girlfriend and her family next week, and had to win Omaha, so I wouldn't have to go, but now I have to go. Thanks, Cliff. God, she's watching right now. She's going to be so mad. Anyway, no, but seriously, when I get back from that, I've got maybe a week or two, and then July, we're into it. I mean, we don't. This is not August when we start. We've got Playfly over there now, replacing Learfield. That's a whole new. I mean, that thing, unpacking all that and getting those guys straight and get us down the road with them. So much to do, and if you start in August, you're a month behind. And actually, I feel like we are a month behind anyway because they're so fresh and new, and all the things we have to get done for the new show, the new Mike Houston show, and then moving forward, what's it going to be called? Are we going to package it in a different way? There's so many things that we have to look at before the kids even arrive for camp that we've got to get in place. So it's a lot to do. It's fun, though. It's a good time of the year.
According to ECUPirates.com, your title is Director of Video Production?
Yeah.
Okay.
I produce videos, so I guess I don't direct anything. So,
but and you've been there how long now?
I've had 5 different titles since I've been there, since 2011. January of 2011 was my first day.
5 different titles, and does your job change with those titles?
My job has never changed, and I've never gotten a raise. Those are 2 things that are the same. I pick up stuff here or there, but wherever they want to put me, I don't care. Let me do what I got to do. If it makes East Carolina a better place, then we're doing the right thing, and that's why I like it over there.
Yeah, I want to ask you about the changes. Just going back to, 15 years would be Skip winning the CUSA championship, but the big thing, and it's still a big thing, people want to see the football entrance video. Yeah. And now it's turned into like a feature film, and it's amazing.
Port City Films, man. Yeah. Curtis does an incredible job, and I hope we can work it out where he can do it again this year. He's just incredible, and working with him, especially that first year, I had so much fun going down there and being a part of the process and watching. I take way more credit than I deserve because he's always giving it to me. But trust me, that guy, his team, they're incredible. And I just, when I go down there, all I do is watch. I stay out of the way and I watch and watch him do his thing. And he's beyond a professional. He's incredible to work with, and one of my favorite people on this planet. He got married this past year, so he's probably his work declines on the way. Being married and having a kid and all that. It's what happens. Sorry, but that's just what happens. Yeah. Now I'm kidding, obviously, but if we can get him in there at least one more time, if not more, it'll be that much better for East Carolina.
And those have become. The bar is just been raised so high with those. But now East Carolina and everybody has to put out feature films for regionals, super regionals, every event. It's changed so much, Meador, with social media.
You're 100% right. And what Greg Pierce is, he's in charge of externals now. And one of the things that he did when he got in there was we got to get away from that old style. And because the new creative team that's been formed, some of those old style sports information positions, well, maybe we don't need as many. Now, one of those positions could be a creative guy doing everything. And these, I mean, the kids coming out of school today are so far ahead from where we were. I sat down in the edit bay at Channel 9 in 1995 as an intern, and I didn't know what any of that stuff was. But I was a senior at East Carolina, but I had not been exposed to any of that stuff. Now, a kid can go on YouTube right now and learn how to edit video like a professional and shoot like a professional. And the resources that are out there are so superior to what we had. I'd throw you in with me, even though you're younger than me, but it started exploding about the time you got into it, and it's changed tremendously. I mean, social media changed everything. I think is probably the most oversaid, understated thing because it has.
Yeah.
All
right. Brian Meador joining us, and and credit. I don't even know who to give the credit to now with the baseball videos, all the football stuff we see, because first of all, there's a lot of guys going, a lot of people going in and out of jobs everywhere across the country.
Yes.
But especially in college athletics, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Somebody's here one year, then moves
on to the next. Yeah. I mean, these kids come out of college and they do such exceptional work. We had a guy 5 or 6 years ago, Tyler Bailey, you may remember him. He did the Road to Omaha video that won an SVG award. It was incredible. He did a fantastic job. He's working for the little bit with the NFL, the Panthers right now. He's a terrific talent, and he was one of the first ones I saw to come out who was really good at that the cinematic style of shooting, and with the new cameras, and he did a fantastic job. And then these kids were coming out every year after. They're also in that mold, and that's what I think we've trended towards. And you watch these videos, I look at them and I go, some of them now, the quick stuff, I go, man, that's crap. Shaky camera, it's shot like vertical, and I wouldn't do something like that. I'm an old school production guy, man. You have to have the right lighting, and you have to buy the microphones and everything now is just, but the way it's consumed now is different than it was 15 years ago. So no, but these kids cut like Will Stone. He was here for one season, he's gone. He did a lot of good things for baseball, and we'll replace him with probably somebody better.
No doubt, he sucked. No, Will's awesome. Yeah, he did a fantastic job.
I'm joking him, obviously.
Do you ever miss just highlights of ECU defenders hitting a guy hard, said to "Here comes the boom" and just call it a video?
Yeah, that's it.
And put it out.
How simple was it?
And to be honest, it still kind of hypes me up. But now everything is multiplied by 100. So there we go. All right,
and scrutinized by 1,000. So
good point.
Yeah.
So boy. Yeah, do you know? How do you? I do know. Do you get scrutinized a lot?
All the time. And oh my, are you kidding me? After that god awful intro video the previous staff made us do, the garbage.
I mean, that was an all timer, man.
The first 45 seconds were actually pretty decent. They weren't bad. We ripped off the Tampa Bay Bucks, but the minute that Satriani nonsense, once that crap started. Bless Shane Carden was the only reason that worked, because he got all the other guys, Tay Cooper, some of those guys, they didn't want to do it. He said, "Come on, guys, let's just do it." And they sold out and did it. And to this day, I still text Shane. I'll send him a little screenshot of him doing that garbage just to play with him. The time you sold out is what I always say with it. Remember that time you sold out?
Shane sells out, and now he could have got like some NIL money or froze.
He got paid for something.
And now he did that.
He missed out. Yeah, he did. No, we got him lunch that day. I think that's about it.
That's nice. Brian Meador joining us in the Pirate Radio studios. Fantastic baseball season, Meador, kind of out of nowhere. I don't know if you were a non-believer like myself in this team. At least I didn't think they would. I said they wouldn't get in as an at-large. Instead, they are number 8 national seed.
I think they made up for it for screwing us out of the national seeds so many times before. But it was a shocker that we got that 8 seed. I was blown away. Everything had to be, the stars had to align, and everything had to fall into place for it to happen, and it did. And Cliff made almost the most of it he could have gotten out of it. I mean, we're sitting there with that lead 7-2, and I'm serious. I walked over to Bailey. He's like, "Man, I'm in trouble. I'm gonna have to call Amadi and tell her I'm not going to Disney World, and that's not going to go well, even though he should have been fine with it, but I have to go to Omaha." And that's the conversation we're having. The game's not over.
Yeah.
And then Bailey did kind of look over at me, and he said, "Man, I don't know. I guess this bunch 7-2 ain't much at all. Man, I don't know, man." How Bailey talks, and I said, "I don't know, man." So I said, let's just see how it plays out. And I actually went down to Scales to get a battery for our post game. We had this whole cool thing set up. We were gonna have Bailey was gonna ambush Cliff with a microphone after the big dog pile and the celebration, and have Cliff address the crowd. And it was gonna be this great thing that we were gonna have forever. Yeah. It would live forever. When I walked back up, I was like, man, it sure is quiet in here. I looked up at the scoreboard and saw it was tied 7. So I didn't even know they had come back on us that fast. So.
Yeah, what could have been and what hopefully will be someday, because man, that's back-to-back awesome postseasons in Greenville, because last year Meador was coming off the COVID stuff. We didn't have full crowds, and we were able to have that crowd for the regional, so it was great. Yep. And then these past 2 weekends have just been amazing. I had a lot of talks with Jeff Charles and others about, will we ever have those like live awesome atmospheres again? Remember during COVID, like when nothing was happening, and it was the most depressing time ever.
That's having that again was after having it taken away from us. But I remember the regional where we beat South Carolina. Yeah, and it was 07. No, when was it? What was it? 9. 09. Okay, it all runs together. I'm getting old. No. But I remember most of the crowd shots I used for years were from that game, and from that night game. When the roller and the base hit.
I saw that recently. That might have been the wildest park. I mean, that stadium's ever been.
Right, it was nuts. Yeah. I mean, the 23 signs everybody had, and it was just crazy. And Devin Harris just exploding onto the scene and then disappearing. And he's such a nice guy. I haven't seen him since. But anyway, I thought at that time we'll never see Clark LeClaire Stadium like this again, and then here we are, after that depressing COVID situation, and those crowds were incredible. They were rocking. They were on that Texas bunch the entire time. It was something fun to watch.
Brian Meador joining us. Obviously, the success of baseball, because they're good, doesn't mean football or any other sport's going to be good, but it could mean
proven over the years.
It could mean the crowds could be good. Yeah. Like, hey, that was fun. Let's do this football season. Well, and you hope that carries over.
We actually had some decent crowds at basketball this past year. I mean, they weren't awful teams. They finished 500 overall, but he didn't have a losing season, and Dooley didn't. And I'll say his name. I don't care if he got fired, whatever. I mean, we're told to behave when you only. I'm about to get fired again.
I know. Relax. Nobody's saying anything, bro.
No. I'm just saying. I'm just joking. Obviously, I got taken off. Remember the previous administration took me out there because I talked too much.
Well, we got put out to pasture too.
You did. Like same bunch.
Yeah,
same bunch. You got blackballed. So no, it wasn't. I think we had some decent crowds. People are starving. Just be decent to watch and fun. If we don't win, we don't make it to the CIT that one year we did, and we had those great crowds for that little bit of a run. That was nice, but these fans want a little bit more than that. I think we'd like to earn our way into a tournament instead of buy our way into a smaller one that we can't even get into anymore.
You just made me mad too.
Why?
Because I've talked more basketball, ECU basketball, than anybody. Yeah, and they said and Jeff Lebo couldn't talk to me. They wouldn't let Jeff Lebo talk to me.
No.
Good grief.
I come here and make you mad because I bring up old stuff. This is why you don't have me on.
That was incredible.
It was stupid.
Man.
I embrace anybody who wants to talk and make East Carolina the topic of conversation, especially with sports that are perennial dogs,
Yeah. Well, how do you like Schwartzy?
I've only met him once.
I'll tell you what I do like, Chandler. Those practice jerseys they were wearing today. Stephen Igo put a shot out of them, or it might have been ECU, and Igo retweeted it.
Stephen,
so I can give him credit
over there earlier. So
they had the pirate script, like the old helmets in the 70s, early 80s, maybe.
What do you mean, the cursive pirates? Yeah, that was late 80s. My freshman year, 89, we had that. That was still on the helmet. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. They had that across the basketball uni, and it's got a lot of people talking. And we broke that out with this mark here as part of that whole marketing plan a couple of years ago. Any cool throwbacks coming up in football this year, Meador?
Yeah,
every now and then you like to slip something out you're not supposed to.
I almost did just now. Right. I've been trying for years to get Susie to let the old Petey, because they still have that costume in the cheerleading, the old one with the
sad,
creepy, But everybody loved it when the creepy, the new the pink one was debuted.
Oh man,
with a creepy smile,
huge smile.
Oh, people were like, "Why'd you get rid of the old Petey? We love that old Petey."
Yeah,
you've been griping about him for years because he looked like a mortician with a purple hat, So I'd love if we were to have a type of throwback game, why not go ahead and bring out that old dusty cloth thing.
Mortician Petey, the pedophile Petey. What do we call the new one now?
He's just the badass Petey.
Okay,
that's company line right there.
Yeah,
no, because he's got the bandana, a little more muscular.
Does Steve the Pirate hang out too in his garb on campus?
No, I don't. The only time I see Steve is when Curtis is reshooting some stuff. Great guy, by the way.
Yeah, he is awesome.
Great guy. I know when the previous admin, they were talking about replacing him or whatever. I was like, you do know that 2/3 of our fans are women, right? And they love that guy.
Yeah, he brings in the female audience.
And he brings in the performer. He's always on point, man. He's great with people and just a really good guy.
Excited for football this year. Meador Holton Nailers. He was here when you started here at East Carolina, I believe, and he's still here. But that group, Keaton Mitchell, like you got a lot of returners. The coaching staff stays intact, so a lot of excitement.
And I mean, I'm excited about CJ. He's done everything he's been asked to do, and I see him every day on campus. I pass him every day coming back from his workouts. He looks great. I'm excited to see if what we all hoped was going to happen when that Conley connection was going. I think you're going to see that this year. At least I hope so. And I love Holton. He's one of my favorite kids to ever come through this program for a lot of reasons. Yeah. But one, he's just got a great heart, and he loves East Carolina.
He just gets it. Like he's so mature.
Yeah, he is.
And he's awesome to have. All right, speaking of football, we need to do our countdown to kickoff, Brian Meador.
All right,
and to do that,
put this on.
Chandler, will you please give Shirley some instruction on what she needs to do right now?
Shirley Rhodes. Shirley Rhodes. Back that fat truck up. Back it up.
The truck is being backed up as we speak because it is the ECU football countdown to kickoff, and it is brought to you by David Price Construction, run by ECU alum David Price. David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Give them a call today, 919-291-5532, or visit them online, davidpriceconstruction.com, for all your commercial or custom residential and building needs. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner. How many days away, Chandler, are we from East Carolina, NC State, at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium?
All right, all you folks that were out there in the jungle this weekend asking me how many days until football. I hope you're tuned in. It seems like yesterday we were saying that it was 100 days away till kickoff. That was 3 weeks from today. If you can do math, congratulations. If you can't, that's why I'm here. 79 days until ECU NC State, Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium, September 3rd, high noon, Bagwell Field. It's going to be a weekend full of football. The Wolfpack and the Pirates going at it. People also asked me this weekend, hey, we want a party for the start of the football season. Are you guys going to do anything? Yes, we're going to do something. It's the Pirate Radio Kickoff Party. It's back. It is 77 days away until we party like a pirate here in Uptown Greenville at the State Theater. We'll have a live band. The Breakfast Club makes its way back to Greenville. So it's going to be an awesome weekend, starting with the party on that Thursday, 77 days from that, 79 days until ECU versus NC State. All of that on the David Price Construction countdown to kickoff.
This is Chandler's time to shine during the week. Meador makes a big spiel about it, so did a pretty good job, I would say.
He's looking good with the lid on, too.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
yes, sir. Fits that big old noggin perfectly.
It's a special helmet. I had to ask David Price for a special.
It's recommended he wear it at all times when he's out in the public. Chan, man, good stuff. I'm excited.
I'm
ready to see those pack. They got high expectations this year. Pirates already a double-digit underdog in that.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know. More disrespect, but that's more because of what NC State.
State a top 10 team in the country coming into Dowdy-Ficklin?
I don't know. When did the polls first come out? We'll be talking to Phil Steele about it soon, as he'll join us this summer on the show. Let's ask Meador our questions from yesterday.
Please, I would love to hear Meador.
He's been around a while, and Meador doesn't care. He'll pick favorites. So
I don't care.
He's not very politically correct.
No.
All right, 4 questions. All-time favorite ECU quarterback is who?
Shane.
Okay. That's the name.
Sorry, Holden. Love you, man, but no, Shane's my boy.
All right. Most underrated ECU quarterback?
Oh, man, that's tough. Dominique Davis.
Okay.
That was a popular answer.
Yeah. I went James Pinckney.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
All right, so that's tough. You know why? Because I watched him get his teeth kicked in over and over and over again, and he got up with that big smile every single time. I defer to you, sir. You are correct.
I had more time to think about it.
No, I didn't. I was just trying to think of the guys.
Hey, you're going off the cuff. That's pretty good. Now, this one, and I'll reel off some answers we got. I just said your favorite play.
It doesn't mean best. It means my favorite.
Yeah.
It's my personal.
Favorite play involving an ECU quarterback, like what comes to mind? And we had a lot of Davis to Jones Hail Mary.
That's an easy one, yeah.
I went card and catch in the bowl game.
I was always the same thing. I was in the end zone shooting it. That's why.
James Summers run.
First of all, the Peach Bowl. You just want a quarterback play.
Fisher to Blake to Fisher.
Yeah.
Blake 2-point conversion against Pitt was brought up quite a bit.
That was the Cannon game for Bailey. So. There's a lot of favorites. Yeah, I was at all of them, so
that's pretty cool. Yeah.
I'm dating myself as far as that goes.
Yeah,
you'll
be a young old always, Meador. No matter how old you are.
You know what that is? That means that I'm an immature old person.
Yeah, well, that's I hope to be there with you.
There's a positive spin and negative spin. All right, you got 2 more?
No, that was 3. So this is 4. Best quarterback performance against East Carolina that you saw live.
Ooh, live.
What you've been on a lot of road games. You've seen just about every game.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the kid from I can't remember which quarterback.
I'll reel off some while you think.
Well, the UCF game down in Orlando where they were, or SMU. I'm thinking of all the games where I'm just watching touchdown after touchdown after touchdown.
So Igo said yesterday there was so many during the bad defense era. I kind of even forgot about those. All right, so some fans went just to the best quarterback. They went Favre, they went Peyton Manning.
Yeah, but performance-wise.
Right, exactly. I went kind of, because this one still sticks with me. State sucked and Daniel Evans sucked, but he came here and threw for over 300 and 3 touchdowns. And that's I remember sitting there steaming.
Like how?
Yeah. Chris Redmond with Louisville was brought up. Yeah. Case Keenum obviously was brought up for Houston.
Keenum had a great game in the championship game. They lost.
He threw the ball how many times? 78? Yeah. 80? Was it?
Completed
and then the interception at the end probably tainted that performance, but it was a great game.
He had 3 total in the game.
Other answers were every Navy quarterback, specifically Keenan Reynolds.
Yeah.
And then Meador, a lot of people said whatever backup quarterback faced East Carolina,
which is always the case. It's like it was somebody who had a different style as the guy starting.
Yeah, we can drop those.
I felt smart with it on for some reason.
So any other QBs come to mind?
No, you hit them. I mean,
I said Taylor Heineke back in 2013.
Oh yeah, Chandler said Taylor Heineke. Okay. Who and that's good to talk about because ECU won that game, but he came in and played well.
338 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I know somebody a while back told me how they loved watching South Carolina come in when they were ranked, and Anthony Wright was a good player.
Oh, yeah.
Anthony Wright didn't throw any touchdowns in that game. They just ran all over us. So he's a part of that team, local guy.
Somebody said smaller sample size, but Steven Garcia from that Charlotte game where East Carolina was dominating South Carolina.
Yeah.
And then I think he was suspended. He came in and they ended up beating down the Pirates.
Who was the quarterback who dominated us rough year down in Charlotte against South Carolina? That wasn't him.
Yeah,
we were getting killed.
They started Shaw.
Connor Shaw. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Garcia came in.
Okay.
We were up 10 at halftime.
This is a different game. The one I'm thinking. This is rough year. Dominique Davis was the starting quarterback.
2011 in Charlotte.
Dang it, man. Were we up 10 in that game?
We were up big in that game.
Let me tell you a funny
Justin
story.
Hardy introduced himself to us.
Yes, you are correct. He had a long touchdown. All right, so the reason that game is the only reason I remember that game is I know Dom started. That's where Want Some Get Some came from. The pregame, I mic'd up Coach Ruff, and he did the whole thing. That whole audio that we used all those years in the intro video. Yeah.
What is a pirate?
You got to and then he said, "Want some, get some. This is who we are. This is what we are. You're pirates." And
it worked for one half.
Right, but then we got blown out. But what I remember the most about that game is we go get on the buses, and Jeff's coming up later. He doesn't remember this, but I'm going to say it. So back then, the cameras you had, they were P2s, and they had a P2 card in it. If you didn't hit stop record, if you just turned it off, the file's corrupt. So the way we did highlights back then was, we had the play-by-play sheet, and I would hit record, and Jeff Charles would just go back and forth with Ruff, and you talk about the plays. Well, I didn't hit play stop on it. I just hit turn off.
Oh.
Rookie mistake for a veteran. Stupid. I get on the bus and I load up my card and I'm like, oh God, it's corrupt. I know exactly why. I turn this off without thinking. Well, I see Jeff walking maybe 2 or 3 blocks down. So I go up to the front and I say, Coach, I'm really sorry. That whole file is corrupt and it's my fault. And he said, we got to do BB. I said, we gotta shoot it again. He said, hey, BB, stop. He said, you had a bad day? we just had a bad day. It's okay. Let's make it a better day. Come on. So we got off the bus. I call up Jeff, and I see Jeff, and he's like 2 or 3 blocks down. And I say, Jeff, man, I'm really sorry. We got to do this. He said, Brian, I'm all the way out of the car. I'm in the parking lot. I'm like, Jeff, I see you. You're right there. We got to do this again. And he turns, oh, okay. And he turns and he comes back. and then we reshot the whole thing, and Ruff couldn't have been any nicer about it. But in my head,
that's awesome.
I've always thought we just got completely blown out in that game. Yeah. I don't remember us being up 10 at the half.
Yeah, it got away quick in the third quarter. They scored 28 points. We looked it up yesterday.
Okay.
Jeff Charles, we're going to go down memory lane with him when he joins us here.
Oh, he's got a steel trap too, buddy.
I'd like to hear you tell Jeff Charles stories for an hour.
I will.
Like,
oh my God! Oh, I got some good ones.
From all the coach shows.
Good ones. Oh my gosh! I'll have you on for another time when I know he's not.
I'll meet you at Tiebreaker.
Did you tell one time about like he was spinning tires in Skip Holt's front yard or something? Is that a real story?
No, that's not a real story. Who told you that?
I thought it was you.
No.
After some like
I've never heard that.
After a I don't know.
No, we had a game in Charlotte against Tech when we beat them.
Yeah.
And we had to go to Skip's house to do the audio.
Yeah.
Like the same way we did with Ruff.
Anything happened there? I thought
yeah, something happened. We walk up and I'd only been to Skip's house one time at that point. And so I couldn't really remember where it was. And we get up there and I see this wrought iron fence with a gate. I'm like, I don't remember Skip having a fence. And then Jeff goes, yeah, is it? So he squeezes through the gate. So we go walk up to the front door, ringing on the doorbell, knocking on the door, big house. He goes around the back to the pool area, and there were cars everywhere, and it was obviously a big party there that day. Yeah. So I look in the window and I see there's a family, there's a couple and like 5 kids, and I recognize it's Stacy Hill, husband David at the time. And I was like, I know that's Stacy Hill. Oh crap, this is the wrong house. So I go to Jeff and said, Jeff, this is not the right house. So I called Skip. We were down one cul-de-sac down, and is where Skip's house was. And we were in the wrong. They could have got shit. I mean, we tried the doorknob. Everything.
I wish you'd have looked in the window and just saw Jeff Charles walking.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Hi, where's Skip?
It was so funny. Yeah,
good stuff. We'll do story time with Meador another time.
Great.
30 minutes goes by fast with Brian Meador. It's not enough
30?
time.
You got Jeff coming up next.
Yeah,
okay.
And we got to take a break. So.
Okay, well, give him my best. I love the guy.
Yes, sir. Thanks for hanging out, man. Let's do it more this summer.
Say when.
If you got,
I'll be here.
Got time.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll let you know if I survive Disney with the.
Yeah, that'll be. What do you got going on there? What's good there? I hadn't been in a while.
That Star Wars thing's pretty cool.
Okay.
I hear. I don't know.
All right. So
yeah.
Wait, they got not the old ride. The one from like 4 years ago.
Space Mountain?
No.
That's the old ride.
No, the Star Wars ride that's been there forever.
Oh, I don't know about the Star Wars ride, but they have
Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, they've got actually a full-size replica of the Millennium Falcon.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, have fun.
Yep.
Shirley, take us to break.
Shirley, appreciate you guys.
All right, Meador. See you, buddy.
We'll take a timeout, come back. The voice, Jeff Charles, joins us. He could be walking through your home right now, and you'd never know it. We'll take a timeout, talk to Jeff when we return after this.
Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of Pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week from noon until 2 a.m., the Buck features live music every night of the week. Tuesday is karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday is acoustic night. Thursday is the DJ dance party. And Friday and Saturday nights, it's live bands. Check out the Buck's Facebook or Instagram page for more information. The Buccaneer Music Hall. We'll see you at the Buck.
We are back, baby.
It's back. The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, presented by Bud Light, is back on Thursday, September 1st. Before the Pirates host the Pack on Labor Day weekend, Pirate Radio will once again be throwing the best party of the year to help kick off football season. Come join us to celebrate the start of Pirate Radio's 20th football season, as we'll be joined by this year's entertainment, The Breakfast Club. Enjoy your summer, and we'll see you Thursday night, September 1st, at the State Theater in downtown Greenville. We are Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Cliff Godwin. Summer is upon us, and I want to invite you to attend our CG23 Youth Camp here at East Carolina University. We will offer 3 sessions of camp. All camps will be held at Clark LeClaire Stadium, and campers will get baseball instruction from the ECU baseball staff and players. Campers will play games each day, and each camp ends with our famous Pirate Slip and Slide. Full day and half day sessions offered. For more information, visit cliffgodwinbaseballcamp.com. See you there, and go Pirates!
Welcome to US Cellular. Yeah, hi. I want a new phone for free, but not just any phone. I want the newest, fastest, most storage holding 5G unlimited data using phone in here for free.
Sure, your choice.
Really? Yep.
At US Cellular, we put you first. So choose any phone from any brand, free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
If you have family coming over this summer, the last thing you need is sweaty relatives. Guarantee your air conditioning system is ready to keep everybody cool. Call Delcor. Buy a new train system and make no payments until 2023. It's hard to stop a train. With inflation and high gas prices, you don't need another payment. So buy this month and make no payments until 2023. Go to DelcorInc.com or call 252-321-8868. Delcor, the service professionals.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville, do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best.
Everybody loves burgers.
Everybody wants to get fit and get in shape. You don't have to do it alone. At Kinetic, we have certified personal trainers that will work with you on your customized workout plan to help you reach the fitness goals you always wanted. Choose either to work one-on-one or with a partner, or quickly burn more calories in our high-intensity fat-burning bootcamp classes while having fun with others at the same time. No matter your fitness level, we can help you get the results you want. Sign up today at kptonline.com.
University PC Care has been the Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. Your office deserves a proactive tech support approach instead of always reacting to issues after the damage is done. You need BizCare. BizCare tech support and cybersecurity plans keep you ahead of potential issues and much safer from cyber threats like ransomware. What's at your office? Call William today to schedule your free BizCare consultation or learn more at universitypccare.com.
Hey everybody, this is David Glenn, and you're listening to my favorite station in Eastern North Carolina, Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Yeah. Here we go.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the best Mexican food and fun in Greenville. Come and enjoy favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Follow Chico's on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. For Mexican food and fun, it's gotta be Chico's for dine-in or to go. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty. Awesome to have Meador in studio, one of my favorite people to talk to. 30 minutes, just not enough time, but we had to make time for the voice, Jeff Charles, and the rest of our show. Got Brandon Manning coming up next hour. We'll go inside the anger management rage room. Troy D, Bryson Worrell, hour 3 of today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. Let's head out to the Pirate Radio Live line right now and talk to Jeff Charles, voice of the Pirates. He joins us here on PRL. Jeff, how you doing today?
Cliff, I'm doing great. Maybe we can start by talking about your red-hot Atlanta Braves. Are right back in the race, aren't they?
Works for me, Jeff. 14 in a row. They are beating up on some of the bottom feeders in the National League, but that's the sign of a good team, beating teams you're supposed to beat. And it's been a lot of fun, Jeff. I've been following, obviously, this ECU baseball thing closely, and the season comes to an end on Sunday. But, to have the Braves to fall back on after the Pirates season comes to an end is a great thing. They've got an injury just like last year, and it's a big one. Last year it was Ronald Acuna Jr. Right now it's Ozzie Albies, but hopefully he can be back in, I don't know, September and maybe make a playoff push with these Braves. But, yeah, Jeff, it's been fun to watch. It's nice to have a team that you can watch win every single night. I'm not going to complain about that.
14 wins in a row. I mean, that is really big time. I don't know if you've seen anything or not. Clip, where does that rank as far as the history of the franchise is concerned in Atlanta, then going back to their days in Milwaukee, I would guess they're getting close to maybe some kind of a record for a win streak.
Yeah, I have not looked that up, Jeff. I did last night take a peek, and this will probably jinx the guys, but at the longest winning streaks in baseball, and most recently, 2017, the Cleveland Indians won 22 games in a row. The all-time streak is the New York Giants in 1916, won 26. As far as the Braves go, Jeff, I don't know that number offhand, but they're getting close to being up there in the top 20s all time as far as win streaks go.
Yeah, I would think so. I would think that as far as the franchise is concerned, Cliff, they should be right there bumping it. Have to go back and do a little research on that. But it's good because when was it? Just a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about how the Mets were going to run away with the division and hide because nobody else in that division was playing very well, including the Braves. And now the Braves have turned things around. The Phillies, too, have gotten better ever since they fired Joe Girardi, so they're now, I think, one game over 500, and they're playing better. So a division that got off to a slow start, all of a sudden now could be a good race as we continue on here this summer.
Jeff, I'm looking it up right now. Here's what I got so far. So let's see. 2013, Atlanta won 14 in a row. In 2000, they won 15 straight. And then, Jeff, you go back to 1891, the Boston Bean Eaters won 17 straight games. I guess that's considered part of the Braves franchise. They became, I guess, the Boston Braves and then so on and so forth. But so there's that number, Jeff. They are approaching it.
Yeah, they really are. Boston Bean Eaters, that's even before my quit back in the 1890s. But 17 wins in a row. I guess they would consider that the franchise record. So
yeah,
here they are with a chance to go to 15 in their next win. So they've had a remarkable turnaround, and they're playing really well right now. You know, Cliff, we talked about this the other day when you and I visited. There just seems to be just a handful, a small handful of elite teams this year. And look what the Yankees are doing, 47 and 16. I mean, they're on pace to have one of the greatest seasons in the history of Major League Baseball. Now, a lot of things can happen, and, we're just 1/3 of the way past the end of the season. But if they don't have a bunch of injuries or some goofy stuff doesn't happen, I mean, they could have one of the great years of all time in Major League Baseball. Got a ways to go to get to that point, but they're on track to do that. So you do have, and the Dodgers are certainly an elite team as well. But then you've got some pretty good teams, that are a little bit over 500 having winning years, and then you probably have 5 or 6 really bad teams this year that just aren't competitive at all. So there seems to be a wide disparity, Clip, between the New York Yankees of the world and the Kansas City Royals and the Cincinnati Reds and the Oakland A's of the world, who are just not very good at all. And I do follow the Detroit Tigers on a daily basis, and they're a major disappointment. They were expected not to win the division this year, but I think hopes going in, they would be about a 500 ball club and be very competitive. But they're 14 games now under 500. It just seems like one thing after another with them. They've had a lot of injuries to their pitching staff. And, in fact, as recently as, 2 or 3 weeks ago, they really only had one starter that they started the season with who was still in the rotation because of all the injuries, and they just have not been able to hit at all this year. Their hitting has been so inconsistent, and most nights they just can't score any runs. So it's been very disappointing for A.J. Hinch and company. It got so bad yesterday, Clip. They got beat by the White Sox 13-0, and they had burned up all their pitching. And so they had to use 3 different position players in the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings to get through the game. They used Harold Castro, who's a utility infielder, Cody Clemens, who is Roger Clemens' son, who came up from Toledo about 2 or 3 weeks ago. He pitched the 8th, and Tucker Barnhart, the catcher, pitched the 9th inning.
Jeez.
That's how bad it's been for the Tigers here lately.
How's did Rocket Jr. look like the Rocket up there? I got to imagine he doesn't throw as hard as his dad did.
No, I wouldn't think so. I didn't have a chance to see it. I was listening to it on radio as I was driving, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
He's not nearly as big as his dad. We remember Roger Clemens was a big guy. Cody Clemens is maybe 5'11" and maybe 175 pounds. He's not a big guy at all. But, they had to use every able body that they could find to to finally close the game out yesterday, and boy, it was not pretty.
Jeff Charles joining us. Jeff, I want to get you in on our questions of the week. So Igo and I are beginning our ECU football position previews. We previewed the quarterback room yesterday, and it's a pretty simple breakdown. You've got your longtime starter, you've got your QB of the future, and then there's two more guys in the room, and we talked about Stubblefield and Flynn. So wanted to add more to the topic, so I decided to go in the past, and I put it out on Twitter and Facebook earlier this week, and we got a ton of responses from Pirate fans. But I put out 4 questions, Jeff, and I want to ask you those questions. And I don't know. I don't ask you to pick favorites a lot, but I will today. If you refrain to answer, that's you can. But here's question 1 that I threw out, Jeff. Do you have an all-time favorite Pirate quarterback, or is that like picking your favorite kid? Is that impossible for you?
Yeah, your favorite ice cream or your favorite pizza, all those kinds of things. Well, just because it was such a magical year, Clip, you've got to go back to Jeff Blake. Jeff was just remarkable that last year he was here and led the Pirates to the Peach Bowl. Now, when you look at his body of work his entire career, there were guys that had better overall careers, but nobody had a year like he had that year. So, you put Jeff at the top, and then you've got a bunch of 1A guys, and certainly David Garrard was an all-time favorite. I just love David Garrard and the way he played. Even though he was not here very long, Dominic Davis was a really good quarterback here. I mean, that guy looked like an NFL quarterback, and he's gone on, of course, to play well in the CFL. And I always loved Marcus Crandall. Marcus, there was just something about him, being the local kid, and he was all a part of that East Carolina mystique, if you will, back in the mid-'90s when Steve Logan was here, and Logan was on the cutting edge of kind of a new age offense, and Marcus Crandall was the quarterback, and he had so many great games, and he was a threat to run and throw, and was just a lot of fun to watch. So you go down through the years, and there have been a lot of them. Dan Gonzalez, he was a good quarterback here as well. I really enjoyed watching Danny play. And when I first came to East Carolina, the Pirates had a little quarterback. Longtime Pirate fans will remember Travis Hunter, and Travis was a lot of fun to watch. He was a run-throw guy. Didn't throw it great, but he was a dual kind of guy that could hurt you with his legs and also with his arm. So there have been a whole bunch of them. East Carolina's had some great quarterbacks down through the years. I'm probably forgetting a couple that I enjoyed watching play. But to answer your question, that's what pops in my mind, those guys.
And Jeff, you mentioned a couple names there that I saw mentioned for question number 2. I asked, who is the most underrated ECU quarterback of all time? Who are some of the guys on that list for you?
Boy, underrated quarterbacks? Wow.
My answer, and this was a popular one, Jeff, but I went with James Pinckney just because he was just so dang tough and really talented. And who knows if he had an O-line and some more around him, what kind of career he could have had here at East Carolina and how many more wins he could have got.
Well, I think that's a good choice. I love James, and you're right. He was tough as nails, and his offensive line wasn't always the greatest, and I can remember seeing him take some big-time hits. And then I would throw the other Pinckney in there. Patrick Pinckney certainly wasn't one of the more talented guys that ECU has, but he's been a winner, and he was a winner when he was here. And a lot of people would go into games, and when you put that box out there and that check mark, this team, East Carolina versus whoever, who's got the advantage at quarterback. Essentially, it was the other team. But Patrick Pinckney just knew how to win games, and he was not a guy who was highly recruited. Of course, his dad played here, and he had that East Carolina heritage. But when he played, he was a guy that would give you a chance to win, and that's what he did when he was here. And I think he fooled a lot of people, so I'd have to put him on my underrated list as well.
Jeff Charles joining us. Jeff, I asked what play involving an ECU quarterback is your all-time favorite, and had a lot of answers here, going with the Davis to Jones Hail Mary. There was, I said, the Carden catch in the bowl game. Always fun to see a quarterback catch a touchdown. The James Summers run against Virginia Tech was brought up quite a bit. And then if everybody was old enough to be there, The older Pirates said that, Jeff Blake 2-point conversion against Pitt really stands out, and I don't know, judging by your Jeff Blake answer, that might be your number one, Jeff. I've heard your call a bunch of times, and also have seen some video of it. But man, that was a magical play there.
That really was. I'll go to my grave remembering that one, Cliff. It was just incredible, and the Bill Lewis call just to go for two in that situation was, certainly a great call as well. And then, of course, you have to throw in the Jeff Blake to Luke Fisher touchdown catch to win the Peach Bowl in Atlanta over NC State was another great play. There have been a bunch of them. I can just remember, some David Garrard runs, maybe none for 80 yards. I'd have to go back and research what the longest run David had. But I remember he had some good games, and he ran for a number of yards on a number of carries, and that was after one of those games that Steve Logan said that he reminded David Garrard reminded him of a beer truck, and that's what really started to kind of attach David Garrard's name. They used to call him the beer truck, and he runs like a beer truck because big old truck, and nobody could knock him off his feet. He was just running over people. And so those were some great runs too down through the years from David Garrard.
Jeff, somebody put Jeff Blake to Hunter Gallimore, and in parentheses said, of all people. And that was your call, right? Is that the famous voice call?
Yes, it is. And I don't know how that ever came out, but it just came out. Live radio clip, and it's amazing to me. And I still run into Hunter Gallimore every now and then, and I tease him about that, or he'll come up to me and he'll say, "I'm Hunter Gallimore of all people."
Of all people.
And, well, the way it came out, Hunter was a possession receiver. He was a Tyler Snead kind of guy for present-day Pirates, and he ran, intermediate routes, and he was a guy that you'd go to get a first down and maybe throw the ball to him over the middle. Well, in that particular game, he caught the ball, went down the sideline, and I forget exactly how many yards it was. It was a long touchdown run after the catch, and it just came out. Hunter Gallimore, of all people, takes it in for a touchdown because you just didn't expect him to do that.
Right.
And he was faster than what people thought he was, and nobody caught him.
That's awesome. That's good stuff. And finally, Jeff, I went to the other side. I said, who had the best performance at quarterback as an opponent against East Carolina that you witnessed live? And Jeff, you've seen all these games live, so you got a laundry list of names, but heard some famous names, of course, with Brett Favre and Peyton Manning. Gus Frerotte, and I remember him playing for Washington and playing against Washington in the playoffs for the Lions, but apparently he had a monster game while he was at Tulsa against East Carolina. I saw that one a lot. Of course, Case Keenum, Chris Redmond at Louisville, so some names popped up there. Anything pop in your brain, Jeff? All-time great performances against the Pirates from the quarterback position.
Well, you named some of them there, Clip, and what was so amazing about Gus Frerotte and the numbers he put up that day, he played in a driving rainstorm. And it was a horrible day, and it poured from the very beginning of the game to the end of the game. It rained as hard as you've ever seen it. And it was one of those games where when you go into a game and it's raining like that and the field is a muddy mess, the receivers usually do have the advantage. It's tough to cover receivers with those kinds of weather conditions, and Gus Frerotte just picked the Pirates apart that day. And then on the other side of the coin, the Pirates threw the ball very well in the rain. But that's what was really amazing about it. The guy was playing in a driving rainstorm and led his team to a victory. And then, of course, the big Brett Favre comeback, as you mentioned, I can still see those throws in my mind, Clip. People knew who Brett Favre was. They knew he was a good college quarterback. He wasn't a marquee guy nationally or being talked about as a Heisman Trophy guy or anything like that. But, boy, after that game, especially that second half comeback, watching him play, I mean, he was just throwing BBs. And it was like, wow, this guy's at another level with his arm strength because he is just airing this ball out. And he had some sure-handed receivers, and they weren't dropping the ball. And it was like, zip, zip, zip right down the field with these lasers. And Southern Miss was in the end zone. And I can still remember that game very well. And walking out of the press box saying to myself, man, this guy, Brett Favre, he's something else. I don't know great he's going to be in the NFL. We all found out he was going to be really great in the NFL, but it was like, yeah, this guy's an NFL caliber quarterback.
And we looked at some box scores. I think he had like 280 and maybe 300 in a game against East Carolina. And we're talking, what, Jeff, like 1988? If you use inflation there, that's like 600 yards today, right? To throw for 300 back in the 80s.
Yeah, exactly, Clip, because by today's standards, you look at a quarterback, 280 yards, maybe even 300 yards, it's like, well, you had a decent day.
Right, yeah.
It's changed so much that, yeah, you're right. It will be like inflation, and it would be like whatever it is today with a quarterback. So back then, if a quarterback is throwing for 300 yards, I mean, it's like a big deal.
Yeah.
Today, it's like a common game. So it was a big deal when he had a game like that, and those were the days, Clip, when East Carolina was just having a heck of a time beating Southern Miss. I have to go back and look at the record book, but it was something like Southern Miss had beaten East Carolina like 10 out of 12 or 9 out of 11 or something like that. It was like going into every game against Southern Miss. It's like, oh, my goodness, here they come again. And it didn't matter whether the game was in Greenville or the game was in Hattiesburg. It's like, you know, doggone Southern Miss again, and they beat the Pirates. And, you know, there wasn't that big of difference talent-wise or in the two teams. They were even matchups. I mean, East Carolina could match up, certainly, with Southern Miss, but oftentimes you see this in sports when one team just has another team's number for whatever reason, and that was the case back in the day when East Carolina and Southern Miss happened to match up and play, and the Golden Eagles, for whatever reason, just seemed to win almost every time during that era.
Jeff Charles joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. I enjoy, keeping up with Jeff every week and talking about what's going on currently. But, Voice, when we can go down memory lane and you tell old stories about old games, I really enjoy that. So as long as you don't mind rehashing those old stories for the 20th time, I'll keep bringing them up, and we'll do it again here on the show. But we appreciate you joining us today, Voice, and we'll talk more with you next week. Enjoyed the chat today.
Yeah, same here, Cliff. Anytime, because we go back, and those were the glory days of football at East Carolina back in the 90s. I know the other folks that followed this program back in the 70s and the Carl Lester Crumpler era have such fond memories of Southern Conference championships and watching Crump and the other great players who came through ECU during that era. And then I came on board in the late 80s, as you mentioned, and then just was fortunate enough to have an opportunity to be around Bill Lewis and Steve Logan, and there was just such an electricity among East Carolina fans of the football program in that era. So anytime you want to talk about that, Clip, that's stay with me, because I have great memories of Pirate football in those days.
Awesome stuff. Thank you, Jeff. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll talk again soon.
Okay, Clip. Thanks so much.
Jeff Charles joining us on PRL. Man, I enjoy hearing old Jeff Charles stories. We'll do that throughout the summer as we'll do our position previews with Igo on Wednesdays, and also talk to Jeff Charles about some other players, some old players from the past of those positions. So next week we'll talk running backs with the Voice, Jeff Charles. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. More to go. PRL on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
Here we go.
I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the flat conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
At the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road, Greenville.
The only way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the only way to get it is at Jersey Mike's, because authentic ingredients make a sub above. Jersey Mike's would like to dedicate the next 3 seconds to our new grilled portobello mushroom and Swiss sub. Trust us, it tastes good too, because fresh ingredients make a sub above.
Experience next-level adventure with Kawasaki Terex KRX 1000 sports side-by-sides featuring a combination of trail-taming power, sporty performance, and rugged capability. Whichever Terex KRX 1000 model you choose, you'll experience the ability to take on the toughest trails with unmatched comfort and confidence. Kawasaki Terex KRX 1000, your world, your adventure. See them today at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Megan State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is the home of the best margaritas. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Tuesday for the Gulf of Mexico. A huge 38-ounce lime margarita for only $7.99. On Thursdays, relax and enjoy half-price pitchers of Chico's house margaritas. Choose from lime, strawberry, blood orange, raspberry, or peach. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Join us at Purple Blossom Yoga Studio, Greenville's premier yoga studio, for our wide array of classes, including restorative, power, hot yoga, and more. We even fly into the weekend with our aerial yoga workshops. New to our studio? Check out our special for new yogis. 3 classes for only $30. Check out our website or social media for all the information and up-to-date schedules at Purple Blossom Yoga Studio. Purple Blossom Yoga, where your health and mindset collide and help you transform to a new you.
Pirate fans, the 2022 football season is going to be one for the record books. East Carolina is coming off a 7-win bowl season, and 2022 is shaping up to be even better. The Pirates need you to pack Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium this fall with a great home slate that includes in-state rival North Carolina State. The American Conference schedule features home games against UCF, Memphis, Houston, and Navy. Season tickets are on sale for as low as $125. Get your tickets today by visiting ECUPirates.com.
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit QualityEquip.com.
This is Coach Blake Harrell, defense coordinator for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. They are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Alrighty, back with you here on Pirate Radio Live, wrapping up hour number 1. Brandon Manning going to join us. We will tie a bow on the ECU 2022 baseball season. We'll also go inside the anger management rage room coming up in hour 2. Still to come on today's show, Troy D. and Bryson Worrell in hour 3 of the program, and we will make you a winner. Shout out to a friend of the show, former Pirate Garrett McGinn, who was named as an all-star in the USFL this year, playing the guard position for the New Jersey Generals. So he was given that accolade today, so great stuff for Garrett, and hopefully Chandler will probably see, Chandler Honeycutt's here. Hey, Chandler.
What's up, Clipper?
We'll probably see a handful of these guys. We'll probably see a bunch of them in training camps, but maybe how many? Let's set the over under 6.5. How many players that played in the USFL will make an NFL roster opening day this year? Did I go too high?
6.5.
Did I go too low?
I don't know. I want to say there's going to be quite a bit.
Okay.
maybe some high demand for guys in the USFL to go out there and fish out. I'm going to go
So you're going over?
I'm going to go 8.
Okay, 8. Okay, fair enough. And hopefully
by the way,
Garrett McGinn can be one of those guys.
Garrett McGinn, one of the true Pirates, one of the great Pirates.
Nah, yeah. If you went on Maury Povich and they checked his DNA, it would. You are a pirate.
You are a pirate. I told you I was a pirate.
Who's not a true pirate? Lucas Thompson.
Yes.
Not a true pirate.
Because he was never a pirate.
Not a true pirate.
But Garrett McGinn sticking it through the tough times.
Great guy.
Yeah.
Fun to talk to. So congratulations to him. Let's get a Buccaneer Music Hall leaderboard update presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck. Harold's got to be done, right? He started pretty early this morning.
He's done.
Done.
And he is 2 over par after one day playing in the U.S. Open. And I will, this one's in Massachusetts. So HV3, that +2 puts him tied for 79th. So that's not great. And right now your leader is, well, there's a group of, including Rory McIlroy, at 3 under par right now in the lead. And it looks like, let's see if anybody's still on the course. Yeah, there's still some guys playing. So that is day 1, U.S. Open. HV3 has some ground to make up coming up on Friday.
I'm going to hate this after I say it, but I hope those live guys are living it up.
Oh, you just want to make a joke.
Yeah.
You don't have a take one way or the other. You just want to do some wordplay. Wordplay's good.
Yeah.
I'm open to it.
Yeah. I hope they're living it up.
I'm US.
Those rich folks.
Yeah. You got these poor golfers in the PGA that can barely afford to buy tees.
I saw a meme saying, like, the live players showing up to the tournament, and it was this girl that says, hide your money. There's poor folks around. There's poor people around.
That meme is from what show, Chandler?
Oh, I have no idea.
The Chappelle Show.
Ah, okay.
Reparations episode.
I love Chappelle and his material. Never saw that, though.
Gotta see it.
That's
on the must-watch list. All right, let's wrap up hour 1.
We got to talk to Brandon Manning.
B-Man comes to us next. He'll join us in the Pirate Radio studios. We'll get his thoughts. He's the positive pirate, and we'll get his thoughts on the season, what lies ahead, and more with Brandon Manning when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this. Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all your vehicle needs. Greenville Auto World believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Visit GreenvilleAutoWorld.net to see their fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. Need a lift kit, custom rims, or wheels? Greenville Auto World can upgrade your vehicle today. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 in Greenville.
It's bow time. Our biscuit makers know a thing or two about scratch-made buttermilk biscuits.
Actually, it's 49.
That's right, 49 savory steps. So yeah, we know biscuits like the back of our hand. Because, well, these buttermilk biscuits are...
made by hand.
Yep, that Southern know-how is our bread and butter. And if you're still wondering what makes a Bojangles biscuit so good, well, just ask your mouth. Yep, that's what we thought. Come celebrate Bo's Buttermilk Biscuit Month with a scratch-made Cajun Filet biscuit. It's bow time.
The 80s and 90s were filled with obnoxiously loud styles. Dudes wore crop tops and super high shorts and rocked it with the confidence of 10,000 Sean Connerys and Tom Sellecks combined. And at Tailgate Classics, their mission is to bring that energy back. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Cam Higley, Tailgate Classics has a unique line of vintage and retro tees, polos, jerseys, hats, and more. Go by the store today at 304 Evans Street in Greenville and check out their website at shoptailgateclassics.com.
This is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. The real estate market is extremely competitive right now. The importance of being pre-qualified is absolute must before you begin shopping for a new home. At Angel Oak, we offer a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans that fit most financial situations. To get started, contact Talbot Green, Braxton Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey Pirate fans, Derek Pizzeni from Carolina Wealth Management. Are you a fiduciary? That's a question every investor should ask their advisor. A fiduciary is an individual who acts in the best interest of a particular person or beneficiary. Is your advisor a fiduciary? You should know it's your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we do things differently from other investment firms. To learn more about the benefits of working with a fiduciary advisor, visit mycarolinawealth.com. That's mycarolinawealth.com.
Winslow's Deli is now Fifth Street Hardware, restaurant and tap room. With a brand new look, Fifth Street Hardware also has a brand new menu, serving lunch and dinner every Tuesday through Sunday, and brunch starting at 10:30 on Sundays. What else is new? Well, how about poker every Tuesday night and Trivia Wednesday with DJ Captain Morgan? It's a new look and a new name, but the same great location on Fifth Street beside the State Theater. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for specials and events. Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room.
This is Steven Igo. You've heard from me plenty on Pirate Radio Live and perhaps have read some of my work on hoistthecolors.net. Now, get an extension of our in-depth coverage on the Hoist the Colors podcast. From game previews to immediate post-game analysis to emergency podcasts for breaking news, we've got you covered. A cast of guest co-hosts from fans, former coaches, and other writers join me for 2 podcasts weekly to break down all things ECU athletics. Subscribe to Hoist the Colors now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years. You can shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for Pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Shirley Rhodes, CJ Schaefer, Studio B, Clip Rock, Chandler Honeycutt, and Brandon Manning here on Studio A. Hello, Brandon.
Hey guys, how's it going?
It's going all right.
On now.
So does this mean this is Brandon's last week on the show?
Is that a while?
He's sitting right there.
I mean, until it's time to talk about like playoff baseball or something.
Yeah, I mean, he's welcome anytime he wants to come on. But did you just shake your head?
No. I'm sad. Yeah. Clip's normally like, hey, do you want to come on today or do you want to do this today? I was like, sure. I mean, it's all based on invitation from Clip.
Okay. Well,
I will say this. Nobody else reached out to me from Pirate Radio, just Clip. So he's on top of the list.
He is the host. He is the guest booker.
That's true.
Yeah. Brandon, you're welcome anytime. And I might, who knows, this summer, throw you out an invite, maybe All-Star. We'll talk about Home Run Derby or some crap.
Home Run Derby.
I don't know.
Enjoyed having you on this season.
Yeah, it was
baseball
fun.
season.
No, we've had some fun.
We needed a positive Pirate, especially in the dark times.
Somebody had to be.
Yeah, and you were that guy. And I got a confession to make. We were kind of talking about what went wrong, what changed, because, Brandon, you were talking about routine, how important that is to keep a routine in our everyday lives, especially if you're healthy, unlike me, and you work out, you want to keep that routine, do all that stuff.
Who's working out?
Not I.
Okay.
You maybe. Your arms are pretty big, but so is the rest of me.
So is my stomach.
I got this new shirt a couple weekends ago. This is the third time I've worn it. First 2 times were the ECU baseball games, and the Pirates are 0-2 in those games. Sunday, lost to Coastal. Saturday, lost to Texas.
I had a similar situation. We have this shirt that I've had since I was at ECU, I've talked to you about this. Said the "We're Going" on it, and I wasn't paying attention. I need a shirt to wear underneath the little coat thing I wear to most of the games, and I just put it on. Said ECU Baseball, "We're Going." It was the gray one, not the purple one that I always talked about. Hands like, you got to take it off. It's bad luck. We never win, and it was against Coastal. So I literally walked out in the middle of the game and took it off. It just wasn't enough to fix it, but didn't wear it the next day. Put it on the grill and burned it. So
you did officially?
No, I did. I'm going to. I think we need to have a party. I'll do it in the parking lot. We'll do a Facebook Live or something, and we'll burn the "We're Going" shirt. I'm all down. I talked to Palumbo last summer, and he's like, "Yes, we need to do that." And I just never got up with anybody. It was at a baseball camp, but I just never did it. Never thought about it because it is a very comfortable shirt to wear on grass.
Let's do it on opening day next year.
All right, we can do that. Or opening week.
Next time,
media day.
Next time you're asked to throw out a first pitch at ECU, take it on the field and burn it right there.
Joey Perry would kill me if I hurt that grass.
The ECU grounds crew may not like that. They did a fantastic job. By the way,
great job. Great job. I was actually Joey does a great job. All the grounds crew. I mean, all our facilities are just top notch these days. The baseball field looked great all year long. You go to so many colleges and stuff like that, and you see the worn grass in front of the pitcher's mound and around home plate, and we don't have that. It's just great. The place is just amazing.
For that field to look like it did about 9 o'clock, I mean, the warning track was underwater. So the outfield was underwater.
When they built Keith LeClaire, that was a big thing. They didn't want any rainouts. There's some very huge in the alleys, so to speak. I think it's left field line, left center, right field line, and they just go out to Charles and go out there, and there's tons of rock put underneath that field for it to build and drain it. I mean, it's one of the best fields in the state by far.
All right, one of the best hitting teams by far we've seen come to Clark LeClaire. We're here over the weekend, Brandon. Those Texas Longhorns 1 through 9. Tough.
Jesus, I mean, when you create a team on like MLB baseball and like you're just going to make players up, you get the Texas baseball team. NCAA baseball, and like when you draft your team from, you just say, hey, I'm going to take the 2022 Texas.
I want my 9-hole hitter to hit. How many dingers?
He hit 15. He hit his 15.
Yeah,
on Sunday.
It's ridiculous.
The 6-hole hitter had 11.
I mean,
and there was 4 or 5 guys in that lineup that had 10 plus home runs.
And during the game, I kept doing the math and like, all right, how many outs are we away from getting back to the top 4? And after a while, I was like, well, it really doesn't matter. But
how many guys we have with more than 10 plus? 4.
Who are they?
JC,
Worrell, AMAC.
How many does Starling have? Maybe 6 or 7. Yeah, I'll look it up.
I mean, I don't see. I mean, that's crazy.
More than 3.
I mean, but again, when they start their season, it's prime weather for baseball. When we start our season, it's probably raining and 25 degrees, and the ball just doesn't want to go. So I mean, and that has somewhat to do with it. I would like to see a breakdown of some of those southern schools, like early season home runs versus late season home runs, and see how it compares to everybody.
Yeah, we've seen guys go on individual runs. Worrell this year, and it was Washer. Was it Jake Washer that hit a ton at the end of the year?
Yeah, he did regional. Yeah.
Let's see. Dingers for the Pirates. Worrell 20, JJC 13, AMAC 11. Brandon, you were on it. Agnos had 6, Agnos had 7, Clonch 6, and Star 6, Moylan 6.
If you would have said
we need
Josh
Moylan's number.
Yeah, if you would have told me Josh Moylan had 6 home runs at the end of the year to be the opening weekend, I'd have called you a moron. I just, I don't know what deal is, fluky season. Sometimes players just have that fluky season. You can call it a sophomore slump. You can call it whatever you want to, but I have a feeling that kid next year is going to be the one that really turns it around, and he's going to be the carrier. He's going to be this year's Bryson Worrell, in my opinion.
Look into next year, and we'll talk to Bryson Worrell coming up in the 5 o'clock hour. That's a big hole offensively. Big hole defensively, too, Brandon. And Stephen Igo, somebody asked him on Hoist the Colors. He didn't want to do it, but he was asked to go ahead and project next year and the starting lineup. He slid Hoover over in the center. I mean, you've got some options there. But, man, that's a pretty big hole defensively for the Pirates.
So, and I think Cliff said at one point in time this year that, Hoover could go over there because I think he played some center a couple of years ago when Bryson was hurt. And JJC is surprisingly fast.
How about Riley Johnson?
That's what I was going to say. Last year, when both Hoover and Worrell were hurt, Riley Johnson got a lot of good innings in and did very well out there in center field. He's very fast. I don't know if he has the arm Bryson does, but I mean,
I doubt it. And that's just talking on Bryson.
Yes,
because he's got an elite arm.
He does. I mean, he showed that thing off a few times this year, and I really think once he showed it off, it saved a lot of runs from people trying to score. I mean, that 50-50 ball going to home plate, they're like, no, we're not going to chance it. He's going to throw you out. So, I mean, Riley Johnson out there, and then you never know with incoming freshmen. I think we got some quality guys coming in next year that are going to be able to help us out.
Pirates season comes to an end. Texas advances to Omaha. 37-38 now appearances. They have made the College World Series more times than there's been a College World Series played that didn't involve Texas, which is an amazing stat. They've been 38. There have been 37 without Texas. How about that, Brandon? Stat to consider.
Stat to consider.
That's pretty dominant.
Stat to consider.
Now, they've only won 6. Should I say only? They've been 37 previous. Yeah. They've won 6.
They have the most College World Series championships, right? Texas.
No, that would be, I believe, USC. And I will look that up.
That was a trivia question, wasn't it?
Yeah. Texas, I believe, is second. Somebody talk.
All right.
I saw Ivan Melendez taking BP in Omaha this morning.
Does he look like a grown man? I mean, he looks like he needs to be playing like defensive end in the NFL.
He is
He looks like he could be the 5th Watt brother.
He had a home run in each of the 3 games this weekend.
USC has 12. Texas, LSU have 6. There you go.
LSU. Yeah. Okay.
How about we're talking about swings, and Jacob Jenkins Coward has that big windmill looping swing, and it is beautiful to watch.
I mean, but if he was right-handed, it would be ugly.
Probably so.
Because he's left. Because he's a lefty,
looks cooler.
I mean, you look at Griffey's swing, amazingly.
Melendez though is like
it's short, compact.
It's kind of like Mike Trout, where his home runs don't look spectacular because his swing is so like
it's short, simple. Compact, and very like. It's nonchalant.
It's not when we think about the big right-handed bats growing up. Your Albert Pujols, your Mark McGuire's, and Jose Canseco's to just take this absolute hacks. Vlad Guerrero is one that comes to mind.
He took a violent swing.
I mean, he never got cheated.
Vlad Guerrero, he looks like a guy that just picked up, never went to camps or anything.
Oh, we never wore batting gloves.
He just picked up a bat one day.
Yeah,
and just
it was probably a 37-inch, 35-ounce. Piece of hickory that washed up on the beach down there.
And he just started raking, man.
Well, I mean, you look at some of these right-handed guys now. Tommy White was another one. Ivan Melendez. Not only do they have power, but that guy hit it 400 or so. Yeah. I mean, I think he came in hitting 406 and it dropped down first. I mean, he's still around 400, give or take a few points right there. That's impressive. I mean, 400? That's the crazy. The home runs, it's fine. He hit a lot of home runs, but to have home runs and hit 400, that means he's just a pure hitter.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to get paid.
Paid.
And
what about Worrell and his draft prospects? Now, how about Agnos, Mayhew, Spivey, guys that are draft eligible this year? Do you think any of those guys get enough to leave?
It all depends. I mean, that's everybody's That's everybody's dream right there, is to play in the majors. I know Agnos' family, Agnos himself, they love ECU. But when your name gets called, and whether it's top round or bottom round or whatever it's going to be, that's your decision. I mean, Cliff's done a very good job over the years of really talking to his guys and say, yeah, sure, go ahead. I mean, who left last year early? First baseman, Thomas Francisco.
Granny.
That was one guy that God knows if we'd have had his bat this year, another quality lefty stick. I mean, what would have been? He should have been back. I don't even know what he's doing in the minors this year, but school's taken care of. I mean, these guys are these COVID years. These guys are grown men. They're not kids anymore. I mean, some of them have already finished school and they're just about working on their doctorate, I think. I mean, so let these guys live a life. I mean, we'll get through it. But
Jake Kuchmaner has 4 kids and he's on a second marriage.
Jake Kuchmaner is he should have got an NIL deal with Rogaine, I think. I mean, that guy's.
How cool was it to see him finish it out though?
That was great to see. I mean, it was well deserved. I had left at that point. I did. I had 2 kids with me, and it was like the crack of dawn.
The roosters were
the roosters.
I like how you reacted. You said what?
I did.
Was
shocked.
I did. I watched everybody hit one last time, and then I said, "All right, y'all, what do y'all think?" And Mason's sitting there like sleeping like that.
You could have just put Mason in the tree. He'd have been fine. He was in a tree more than he was on the ground.
He loves
when I saw him
playing in those trees out there, man. They're great climbing trees.
I went up there one time, and you were. This is a shocker. Brandon was talking to somebody.
Yep.
Man, you did a lot of talking these last couple weekends.
I had some fun.
I went and talked to your wife, and I looked around. There was no kids running around. I think your daughter was kind of chilling, as she does. And I was like, where's Mason? In a tree? And like joking. And then I looked up, and there's 3 kids in a tree, and he's one of them.
I think it was Mason and former Pirate Shane Matthews and his kids.
How many former teammates and Pirates did you talk to?
So the first day, the big guy has started this a long time ago, and it just never really too much caught on. It's called Letter Winners Pirate Club. It's anybody that was on a sports team, and baseball just never really. Football's got a big following about it, but baseball just never really quite grasped it or whatever. Just never did. And so a couple of guys were like, "Hey, I need some extra tickets." I said, "Hey, just call this number right here. It's the Letter Winners Pirate Club." And they were like, "Okay, oh yeah, here's tickets." So they put us all right there between the visiting dugout and the visiting bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
And
the Mully spot.
Yeah,
that's why it was so packed.
Yeah, because Mully was there.
Y'all discovered his secret spot.
A week prior, me and Clip hung out with Mully, and I swear I think it was just the 3 of us and Brian Bailey.
So they everybody. I mean, there was guys. Shane hadn't been here back to Greenville since 2007.
Wow.
Jake Smith. I haven't seen him since 2006. Adam Hodges in and out. I mean, I see your Scott Andrewses and people like that a lot. But then Tommy Eason was some of those guys, which was very cool to see your Eric Backages and all those guys that came into town to hang out. The original Super Regional team. I mean, that 2001 team was there, and it was great to see how the first game there was maybe 20 of us in a picture. The next game there was about 40, and the next game there was 60.
Yeah.
I mean, it sort of grew from there, and it was just great to see and meet guys that I really had only heard stories about, and meet them face to face. I mean, Darryl Longhorn's still a nut, but that's a cool dude right there, and just to hear him talk about baseball and some of these guys right here. Who else was down there? I mean,
you were talking to a guy, and I knew his face, but I couldn't put a name to the face. And you said, "This is Ryan Wood."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, wow, Ryan Wood."
Yeah.
And I told Chandler, and Chandler was like, "What did you say? You got his autograph?"
Back in the day, Billy Godwin camp back in like 09.
You should have given him something else to sign.
There's a hat back at the house. It's got Billy Godwin's name, Ryan Wood, and then somebody else. I just can't remember who it was.
You should have fanboyed out there to him.
So Ryan Wood was like the tallest second baseman in the history of D1 baseball.
Was very tall. What was his top average, you think, here? Did he?
I mean, one year he hit like 20 home runs and hit like 315, 320 or something like that. I mean, he had an unbelievable year. I think he got All-American that year.
Yeah, I remember.
But he was actually brought here to pitch.
Really?
That was the funny thing. He was brought because he threw gas, and then I think his arm got a little sore or whatever, and they, hey, you can hit. Let's put you at second base.
It was great to see those old faces, and man, what a couple of weekends there at Clark the Clear Stadium. We'll be missing it. I'll miss Brandon's chili or Hannah's chili, whoever's chili it is.
We both
Manning's chili.
We both dabble.
But fun times, and now it's on to football, I guess, Brandon. After we enjoy our summers, of course.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of Pirates. Everybody around. There's a lot of Pirates. Look them up. Playing in the Coastal Plain League.
Yeah.
Go support them, man. I mean, you go to Wilmington a lot to go to the beach. Go see the Wilmington Sharks play.
Bradley Wilson.
I think we have 3 people in the Coastal Plain Leagues, 3 or 4 maybe. But they'll all go to Wilmington. They'll all go to Morehead City. They'll all go to Wilson. Those kids, man, that they love seeing everybody. The ones that go to the Cape, obviously that's a little bit harder to go, and there's a couple other leagues up there. There's a league in Delaware and stuff like that. But I mean, go see them, go support them. That's the only real way we get to stay in contact with some of these guys. There's not really a summer football league for us to go to or a summer basketball league to go to, but there is a summer baseball league that you can go see all your Pirates play, so go support them.
Good deal. A lot of camps going on, too, of course, and your son just did
the
Houston camp,
did the
right?
Mike Houston football camp, had a ball that was very well put together. Ryan McManus, who was in here the other day, did an unbelievable job with that. Coach Houston took more pictures and more selfies this week than I think he's ever taken. But there was a lot of players there that helped out. There was a Holton sighting that made all the kids giddy. But I mean,
cool.
it was just very, very, very cool to see how well that camp was done and how well they took care of the campers because it was hot out there.
Brandon Manning joining us today. You want to stick around one more segment?
Yeah,
You want to get angry?
Yeah, I can get angry.
We'll see if we got any rages. So
Yeah,
we'll go inside the anger management rage room when we
ESPN's
return.
on the clock.
Worldwide leader. He's coming
Of
after
man-ass.
Of man-ass. If you watched our watch along, you understand what that's about. We'll take a timeout, come back, more to go. Pirate Radio Live after this.
It's back. The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party presented by Bud Light is back on Thursday, September 1st. Before the Pirates host the Pack Labor Day weekend, Pirate Radio will once again be throwing the best party of the year to kick off the football season. And to help us celebrate the start of Pirate Radio's 20th football season, we're excited to announce that this year's entertainment will be the Breakfast Club out of Atlanta, Georgia. Enjoy your summer, and we'll see you Thursday, September 1st. We are Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times at the pool, river, beach, or backyard grilling, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there is fun, because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Have fun this summer, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Mow like a pro with Hustler Turf zero-turn mowers. They engineer their mowers to be maintenance and service friendly for the everyday homeowner while not sacrificing the build and cut quality they're known for. From the heavy-duty frame to the welded steel deck to their trademark smooth track steering, Hustler Turf zero-turn mowers deliver professional grade cut quality for a perfectly manicured lawn. Come into Ron Ayers Motorsports to see the Hustler difference for yourself today. Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
When I need jeans, I order online because I know exactly what I want. They have just one moving part, and if there's something wrong, I exchange them. Buying a vehicle, especially pre-owned, is way different. Lots of moving parts. You don't want to get stuck. For a worry-free purchase, visit Phelps Chevrolet. We've been here in town a very long time. You know us. You know we stand behind everything we sell. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Come get you one.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey Pirate Nation, Warren's now has 2 locations, in Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Stop in today for hot dogs, pizza, subs, apple and peach turnovers, homemade lemonade, and breakfast in Chocowinity featuring homemade cheese, ham and chicken biscuits, plus sausage dogs and more. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates.
This is Dr. Chris Barsani from Orthopedic Season Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injuries or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedic Seats provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates.
This is Ryder Giles, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All righty. We're here with athlete Brandon Manning, former long snapper, Rubio certified Chandler Honeycutt.
This makes me laugh every time I hear it.
What?
The Rubio certified.
It's kind of like when we call you former Pirate Brandon Manning.
It does.
I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Former 7th and 8th grade A.G. Cox basketball team member, Clip Brock. Here with you.
I'm trying to remember who was on that team with you.
We had some studs.
Burke Badenhop.
Burke Badenhop, MLB pitcher, was on that team with us.
That's the Andy Spate.
Yeah, Andy Spate was a guard on that squad. Nobody knows who Andy Spate is, but we do. What's up, Andy? All right, CJ Schaefer, Shirley Rhodes here, great athletes in their own right. CJ, have we talked about your athletic career? We talked about Shirley's. Shirley, by the way, Shirley's not a past athlete. She's got more softball to play coming up soon.
Next weekend.
Next weekend.
No. The weekend of July 4th.
How about you, CJ? What's your give us your athletic resume real quick.
The sport I was best at was soccer. I always liked basketball the best, but I was better at soccer. So I played.
Not a lot of 5'8" I about called you jalapeno. That would be very offensive.
Filipino, if you ask Glenn.
5'8" jalapeno.
What are you laughing at over there, Brandon?
5'8" spicy.
Don't you joke enough?
5'8" Filipino basketball players.
I appreciate you saying I'm 5'8".
How tall are you?
5'7".
How long did you play soccer? Did you play in high school?
Yeah, I played all 4 years in high school.
All right, letter winner. Former Havelock Ram letter winner.
Okay.
Right.
CJ Schaefer.
Ram.
All right.
Pretty good soccer program. Good job, CJ.
So there's that. All right, let's open up the rage room. The anger management rage room. Brandon, you got one. You want to get us kicked off?
I'll get freaking ESPN's pissing me off with all these. By God, I don't need to wait. Do I need to wait?
Nope. No, go ahead.
All right. So, not only did they change the baseball games, and they just say, hey, we're just going to change your game day, like half a day. You know, we finished our game on Saturday. Sunday's game is going to be moved from 12 to 4, right when the freaking rain starts.
Yeah.
I mean, just because you're ESPN and you have control over everything does not give you the right to just change my life. I'm sorry. So just ESPN thinking they can just do whatever, whenever. And I know they actually can do whatever they whenever when they're the ones putting it on TV. But bring up Fox Sports South. Give me some massing.
If that game is at 12, the game is over.
All right, there. So your complaint is we've gone 12-12 the first 2 days, then they go to 4. How about the decision to play it starting after 10 o'clock?
See, I mean, you know...
You okay with that one?
Well, I don't think that was the ESPN's. I think that was the coaching staff. Were they not talking about that? And that's what I believe people were reporting.
I'll ask Bryson later, because we were talking about it in the press box. I was at, who's pushing for this to be played? Is it ESPN, the NCAA, Texas, East Carolina? A little bit of, whose decision is it? I don't know.
From what it looked like from the parking lot, it was Domino's decision, because there was massive amounts of pizzas delivered to the dugouts and locker rooms right there. And that's
follow the money.
Follow the money.
All right. The Noid.
Yeah. Domino's.
Okay.
proud sponsor of Pirate Radio.
So yeah, your call out is ESPN, just for game time.
I had to beat CJ to game time. That did upset me because I was pretty well content on having another 12 o'clock game, and I was going to take it easy on Sunday, but no, I had to sit there for 13 hours and drink water.
They never contact you when they make decisions, and that's frustrating,
ESPN,
right?
No. When they got rid of Harold Reynolds, what? He was a baseball guy. No, I love me some Harold Reynolds. He's doing great things on MLB Network.
I was talking to Ken Griffey Jr. the other day. I swear he used to say that on Baseball Tonight 25 times.
He was like Stephen A. Smith.
He was. He brought up the big names he talked to.
Me and Kobe Bean Bryant were talking the other day, very intimately, I might have at. I mean, it was freaking.
I didn't know you did impressions. All right, Chandler, CJ, Shirley.
I thought of one just right off the top of my head. Whenever you're in a parking lot, you're sitting in your car, it's jam-packed, there's nowhere to park. You finally see somebody's brake lights come on, and you're like, oh, okay, they're about to get out. And you sit there and you wait, and you might wait for a while, and then they finally get out, and then somebody comes in and just takes that parking spot.
Did you have your turn signal on?
Yes.
Okay, well,
yes.
We'd have fun with that one if I was with you.
Are you a public conflict guy?
No. We just ask them if their feet are okay. I like making them feel bad. I don't go in anger.
All right, I like that.
Move. Getting flicked off by somebody. So I pull up next to them. Was hey, are you okay? Yeah. All right, man. I just want to make sure because I don't do that to people. It's like God sees you.
One of those.
Then they're looking at me like, oh man.
The eyes of Texas are watching.
Yeah.
You give the finger. I want you to know that.
And then non-handicapped people parking in handicapped spots.
Oh God, I'll tell you the worst place for parking. You want to get instantly mad? Go to the Piggly Wiggly in Aden, North Carolina. People park wherever they want. Underneath, I don't know. They might park in the store for all I'm at.
Well, the lines are just recommendations.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and that's exactly what they do.
If
they could, they would pull up right where the doors are.
They park in the fire lane. They park.
I'm pretty sure people park in the fire lane.
Yeah. So there's parking spots, 2 handicap spots. You turn in your carts, and then there's empty space. It's supposed to be to drive. People just park in the empty space and go walk in, shop, and get mad at me when I'm trying to drive through there. What are you doing, boy?
Every food line has a Chinese food place connected to it, and sometimes a burger joint. So my particular one,
number one,
there is always and I'm speaking of New China because I'm on 11, not in Winterville,
not the OG side.
But to your point, people, I like to make that move from the food line to the Chinese spot right there, and there's always 3 cars in the fire lane. Waiting on the Chinese food.
I've never made that connection with food line and Chinese food. That is
they're neighbors. They're twins.
No, they go.
They have a deal.
Yeah.
So get out of the damn fire lane.
Exactly. And I swear to right now, if I see you pull into a handicap spot and you don't have a handicap sticker or a handicap placard in your window, I will say something to you and make you feel bad.
I guess I got it from my dad. He's a big park as far as you can away. Around other so there's no other cars around you.
The perfect spot. We're 2 miles away, Dad.
But just kind of so you're not in the middle of everybody. And
I always park close to the cart return.
There you go.
That's a good move. Planning ahead.
Yeah, because it never fails. I have a cart full of stuff, and I don't want to lug it out, and I'll put it in. So I have it right there, so I can just put it away, get my car, and go, and I don't have to walk all the way back to the store.
Which brings me to my number one that you just reminded me of. Thank you, Shirley.
Leaving carts right beside.
Well, I go and I'm parked at Piggly Wiggly, so I got some stuff to cook at the office today. And I get it out of my cart, crank it up, everything's in there. I'm pulling the cart, walking it the 20 spaces, about 40 feet, you say, back to the little cart return. This lady puts it hers. She just pushes it to the front of her car and leaves it there and looks at me like I'm an idiot. I was like, come on, man.
Yeah.
And your grandkids are around you, watching you be this lazy.
Setting an example.
It's the little things. If you can't put your cart back, then what else are you not doing?
Walmart on 33 and any grocery store are the worst I've ever seen for this. And it's just a little bit of effort.
John Moody says, I'm a park in the fire lane guy at the food line China place, dash in and out. I can't believe I'm hearing this.
John Moody!
You're either trying to rile us up or you are a complete scumbag.
He just outed himself.
I mean, I respect that you're honest, that you come on this Facebook Live comment and maybe you are trying to rile us up, but shame on you.
Yeah.
The only time I have ever parked in a fire lane is if I have taken my mother to the grocery store and my mother is coming out and see she can't walk long distances, so
That's
I will
not
pull
parking.
up.
No,
but I will pull up and wait for her.
You're sitting there waiting if a fire truck pulls up.
If I had
and
the
you
kids
get out
in
of
the
way.
car and my wife went in to go get a 2-liter or something like that, and it's raining, I'm going to pick her up.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to sit there, John.
Dang,
man.
Kendall Paramore checking in.
Speaking
KP.
Speaking of food-related...
Hold on, real quick. This one, he says,
Go ahead.
Shirley, also those lazy people are the same scums that move your chairs in the jungle.
That would be correct,
I don't know
sir.
if those are related, but that's
There was a lot of upset jungle people.
There was a lot of stolen chairs this weekend.
Yes.
There was a lot. There was like 400 left out there. It looked like you're driving down Charles. I mean, I'm sorry.
There were quite a few left behind.
So there's only so many purple chair different color combinations you can buy in Greenville, I'm sure. So if you didn't put your freaking name on it, shame on you. Was what I'm thinking.
My dad brought a
there's my
Steelers
purple
seat
chair. I'm gonna get it.
Get a purple seat taken from him.
Now, I did talk to David Price the other day on Monday. He went out there after our lunch to get his chairs, and now his names were on it, and they were gone.
Maybe it was another guy. Maybe it was the pitcher, David Price.
I think David Price, the pitcher, was at the baseball game this weekend and said, "There's my chair."
All right, Shirley, what were you going to say?
Mine is also kind of food related. I realize in this day and age, and we're still kind of recovering from a pandemic, that sometimes you're going to have staff shortages and you're going to have not a whole lot of people, especially in restaurants. If you are in a drive-through and you pull up to the drive-through and you make an excessively large order and you pull up to the window, if you are the person that is handling the orders for the drive-through, please instruct said person to pull forward and wait for that excessively large order, especially if you are short-staffed. If the order behind you is just a thing of fries and a drink, and that's it.
And you're feeding a family of 8.
Exactly.
Yeah. You got to go inside for that one.
Go inside.
They'll let you, because I mean, I'm about tired.
There are some places they still won't let you go in.
Randomly, will say, "Oh, sorry, due to short staff this week, we're going to shut down to just drive through."
Yeah.
Right, which I understand, and that's why I'm saying if it's short staffed, then tell the person to move forward.
Treat it like the bank. If you got more than 3 things to do,
go
walk
inside.
your happy ass in.
Follow up. If you're told to pull forward up enough so the person behind you can get to the window and pull out and be on their merry way.
Another side note, if your window does not roll down, please do not order in the drive-thru with your damn door open. I can't stand that. Go inside. Go inside.
Is that a
For the
Farmville
love
thing?
of Peter, Paul, and Mary.
Is that a Farmville thing?
How does that affect you?
It affects me because I have to look at it. I can't stand it.
You're Peter Paul.
I cannot believe I'm looking at this right now.
Close your door. Come on. If your window don't roll down, then what's the point of being in a drive-thru?
Yeah, Shirley said you're a bum.
I mean, unless it's a drive-thru where the person is physically standing there taking an order like a Chick-fil-A, then you can write on you can get a little whiteboard and just write you know what I'm saying? But don't open your damn door. Come on, man.
I want to get
Go inside because you're already halfway there. You got the door open. just get out. Just get out the damn car. Go inside. You're wasting my time with a window that does work.
At me.
My window works. I know how to use it. I roll it down and I say I would like a thing of fries and a drink. Let's get this done. I can hand my money through said window that is rolled down and hand it to the person. I don't need to slightly move my car 6 inches to the right so I can open the door and get out and hand the freaking lady the money.
All right, Chad's got a point here.
He does not have a point. Shirley already answered this. He said, what about people whose windows will not roll down in the drive-thru? And that's what she's talking about. That's
go inside.
the point.
Go inside.
What if they can't go inside?
Pull into a parking space and go inside.
Only?
If it's drive-thru only,
Go somewhere else.
yes.
Go to Sheets.
Make sure I'm not behind you.
What do they want? But
make sure I'm not behind you.
Then if you tell them to go to Sheets, they're going to drive the Sheets, and they're going to be tearing down Sheets. Sheets is in shambles now.
At least we're not a Wawa.
It is literally on the ground. God bless.
Is it my turn?
You're just
Yeah.
you're like Bon Jovi. You're halfway there. Just go inside.
I like that. CJ.
I'm gonna stay a little quieter. Facebook's not a diary.
Oh,
That's
all right. Explain.
Facebook's not a diary.
Be as detailed as possible. Who are you talking about?
There are too many people.
I agree.
And really,
CJ.
it's not just Facebook. It's social media in general. We don't need to know everything you do. Go on. You know how on Facebook you can do those text posts with like a fancy background behind it.
I showed you one the other day.
You did show me one yesterday.
Where a guy's just talking about the Celtics game, and Boston is tripping.
Yeah.
And put some fancy color behind it, and there's a font.
Or you do something like that, like just woke up. Okay.
And there's just a
That's
lot
awesome.
of personal things.
Go get a glass of orange juice or something.
That's what MySpace was for. There's a lot of personal things that I've seen on Facebook. There was one where like two families they're two families in the same family arguing over a dog and the custody of a dog on Facebook and making absolute fools of themselves and looking like total. Can I say JA?
You can say JAs.
Like total JAs. Like total jacklegs. Jacklegs.
Jackays.
Jack nuts.
And these people don't even know how foolish they look. They look like idiots. Donkeys.
Now, sometimes I use my Facebook page. Sometimes I use my Facebook page as therapy, but that's what the unfriend button is. If you don't like what I got to say on my Facebook page, unfriend me. I don't care.
Then open your door, get out. And
That's exactly right. It's my page. If you don't like what's on my page, don't read it no more.
Was all this on the ECU baseball page on Facebook? I found out that's a wasteland.
God,
man.
see former
that's
Voice the Colors intern Sam Anderson talk about it today on Twitter.
Sam Anderson.
Plus,
I like to post a lot of memes.
Patrick Davis, his wife.
I'm a meme queen.
His wife's window won't roll down. She's one of those people.
Well, then just make sure that I drive a red Kia Soul. If you see a red Kia Soul behind you, you keep on going. Keep on going.
Oh, hell, there's Shirley Rose. Kenny Curley says, how about try cooking at home?
Because that's more expensive now than freaking eating out, man.
Exactly.
I'm serious.
And Kenny, if I had time to cook at home, I would, but I don't have that kind of time.
If you're single or just you and like my mom and dad, it's cheaper for them to go out and your mom and dad's short.
Yes.
There's no kids left in the house. It is cheaper to go
and
out.
It's almost impossible to buy things to make for just one person.
Yeah.
It's always too much.
Unless it's microwave only.
Yeah, and I don't like a lot of microwave foods. It's too much. It's too much processed foods. I don't like it.
Lasagna every once in a while is pretty good.
Well, I mean, once in a while, yes, but I don't want to eat that every day.
Get hungry, man.
All right, we got a lot off our chest.
That was
today.
a good rage, folks.
That was
a good rage.
Oh, I did have one more quickly.
Let's hear it.
Why do all the NBA Finals games start at 9 o'clock?
Oh my God!
On the East Coast.
It's in Boston tonight, and it starts at 9.
No, seriously. The other night, I was like, I'm looking forward to this game. I looked. It was 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
I was like, dude.
This is ridiculous.
I was thinking it was going to be like 8 o'clock. Here's one for you.
You're getting old, CJ.
When you tell me something starts at 9, don't let it start at 9:07.
That's a good point, too.
That's a good point, but you can forget about it. That happens all the time. I hate it.
Yeah.
But it happens. Somebody says, what time's kickoff? ECU's kickoff's like 12:06. No, 12:06. Yeah, it's 12 o'clock. No, it's 12:06.
Right.
What? Why? Because the ESPN's got to get more commercial time.
You got to sing the Eyes of
Freaking
Texas.
ESPN.
All right, good stuff.
And they're good rage.
Get your rage out at the Anger Management Rage Room, Greenville's premier rage room. You can smash, bash, and destroy inanimate objects in a designed rage room. Don't do it out in the public. Do it at the Anger Management Rage Room, angermgmtnc.com. Book your therapy session today, Chan Man.
Speaking of smashing and bashing, how about you smash that like button?
Smash that like.
That sub
And you know what else that the Anger Management Room has?
What's that?
A car with the window that don't roll down.
And you can break that window out if you want to. Over there on Clark Street behind Pitt Street Brewery, Anger Management Rage Room is the perfect way
to get the anger out, go check them out today.
Get it
I
out.
was just about to take this thing off too, and then she went at it again. I'm glad I didn't.
Leave it on.
Safe now, Shirley?
Leave it on.
Fling that microphone through that window one day.
No, I've come close, but I haven't done that yet.
Thanks for hanging out all season.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Brandon Manning, Farm Bureau Insurance.
Thanks for your hospitality over the past 2 weeks, though.
Yes, thank you for the hot dogs on Saturday.
That was
by the
awesome.
way.
You and your wife, Hannah, great hospitality.
I'm there all year. Y'all just never stop by till it's necessary.
We only show up for the big ones.
Okay.
So thank you for having us.
Well, you're here most of it on Friday nights. It's kind of hard for you to get there.
Kind of hard.
Yes, Ashley. Ashley, there is a Rage Room, Clark Street here in downtown Greenville, and you need to go. It's a great time.
Get the anger out.
On Thursdays, we talk about it.
Yep, that we do. And we rage about it.
Yes.
Brandon Manning, you can give him a call, 531-1812. Schedule a review, get a free quote. Brandon Manning with Farm Bureau Insurance, who has sponsored our ECU Baseball recap all season long and joined us here on the show. We'll keep in touch. We'll talk to you sometime this summer.
That sounds like a plan, man.
All right. Let's take a break. Shirley, we'll come back, have more for you. Wrap up hour 2, head over to hour 3. Bryson Worrell going to join us on the program coming up. More to go. Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
You know, everybody's thinking we're having some inventory issues in the car business, which some of it's true. But the good news is, you know, we're getting vehicles from the factory every single week. So what the customer can do is come in, get an appraisal on their trade-in if they have one. They can pick a vehicle that's incoming and actually kind of build it how they want. And then when it gets here in the next 6 to 8 weeks, they're actually taking delivery of a new vehicle.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hey, Be More. The Orioles 2022 Birdland Summer Music Series presented by Miller Lite kicks off Friday, June 17th with Flo Rida. After the O's take on the Tampa Bay Rays, stay for the post-game concert and watch Flo Rida perform live from the infield. The concert is free to all fans who attend the game, with the option to add special on-field access. With hit singles like My House and his latest single, Wait, what better way to watch Flo Rida perform live at Camden Yards on June 17th? Buy tickets now at Orioles.com/music.
Your first stop for shopping is at Shimmer Boutique. This is Ashley from Shimmer. We are fully stocked with the latest apparel, shoes, and accessories and more. If you need gift ideas or some shopping therapy for yourself, stop by today. Looking for the hottest shoes on the market? Shimmer has the biggest selection of Hey Dudes anywhere. Shimmer has the newest Yeti products and colors. Want this year's most popular bag? Shimmer has a great selection of all your bog bag needs and accessories. Shimmer in Greenville, Winterville, and Jacksonville.
Did you know time spent outdoors can help improve your children's health and bring balance to their life? The Outdoor Heritage Advisory Council invites you to join the Patch program. This program is for any child under the age of 16 and includes activities like fishing, hunting, and hiking. These are just one of the many ways you can earn the exclusive patches from the Outdoor Heritage Council. For more information on how to sign up and get your adventure started, visit outdoorheritage.nc.gov.
Hey guys, this is Kyra from Postcode Junction in Washington, where all your shipping needs come together. Did you know Postcode Junction is the only UPS, FedEx, and DHL shipping location in Washington? Postcode Junction is also the place for your Amazon returns. Need to ship a package the same day? Want to avoid the long lines at the post office? Come see us at Postcode Junction by 4:30 and we got you covered. Postcode Junction on 15th Street in Washington next to Tractor Supply. Go Pirates!
Hi, this is Jeff Charles, and welcome inside the booth. Nick Saban, Jimbo Fisher beef is, in a word, well, I'll let Georgia football coach Kirby Smart tell you what that is, and that is coming up next.
We are back, baby. It's back. The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party presented by Bud Light is back on Thursday, September 1st. Before the Pirates host the Pack Labor Day weekend, Pirate Radio will once again be throwing the best party of the year to kick off the football season. And to help us celebrate the start of Pirate Radio's 20th football season, we're excited to announce that this year's entertainment will be the Breakfast Club out of Atlanta, Georgia. Enjoy your summer, and we'll see you Thursday, September 1st. We are Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Mickey Mouse is what Kirby Smart said about the Nick Saban, Jimbo Fisher feud. How about childish, low class, ridiculous, and quite frankly, embarrassing? You would think one elderly gentleman, Saban, is 70, and one middle-aged guy, Fisher, is 56, would know better than to call each other names like a couple of little kids arguing about their toy trucks in a sandbox. Huge egos and huge money affect people in negative ways. After all the silliness, it's really pathetically sad to see two men who should be enjoying their success look as miserable as these two do. In this society, we put people on pedestals they don't deserve. My heroes are not football coaches, especially not these two. Come on back again next time, and we'll visit inside the booth.
Pirate Radio.
And you write that down, because when you're at East Carolina, you go for it every time. Or you don't coach at East Carolina, you don't come to East Carolina, you don't play at East Carolina with a weak heart. Write it!
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Winslow's is now a 5th Street Hardware restaurant and tap room, and with a brand new look, 5th Street Hardware also has a new menu and serves lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday, plus brunch starting at 10:30 on Sundays. What else is new? 5th Street Hardware restaurant and tap room now has poker every Tuesday night and trivia on Wednesdays with DJ Captain Morgan. New look, new name, same location on 5th Street beside the State Theater. It's the 5th Street Hardware restaurant and tap room. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is Clip Brock.
Wrapping up Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. We'll send it over to Hour 3 once again. Update on the Buccaneer Music Hall leaderboard presented by The Buck.
The Buck.
Harold Varner III today, 2 over par. He did birdie late to finish 2 over 72, which is good enough to put him tied for 67th right now. So he needs a big day on Friday, round 2. But right now he is 5 shots off the lead as there is a group at 3 under, including Rory McIlroy at the top of the U.S. Open. So, Troy D, no ECU baseball to follow, no ECU athletics at all, but we do have Harold on the course. That's about the only ECU Pirate we got playing right now.
Well, I saw Harry Smith's boat hooked up in the Big Rock. He's an East Carolina guy. So, and if he brought a fish in, he could have been on the leaderboard.
Well, at the end of the day, that's a big story.
That could have been.
So, is it still hooked up?
I think they must have gotten loose because I went and looked at the.
I got the feed up just in case something happens.
I went and looked at it. A lot of times when you're hooked up, until you get boated a blue, that's the next step. A lot of times you can hook up and then you lose it for a number of reasons.
I mean, it's happened to us all in downtown Greenville. We
no
think
question.
We got it hooked.
You think you got it hooked and then they get away from you.
Next thing you know.
Yeah, until you boat them.
You go home with a wahoo.
You got to get them boated and then you got to get them weighed.
I had a marlin.
The bigger, much like downtown sometimes, you got to see how much they are.
Woke up the next morning, there's a wahoo. And you're wondering what happened.
And you got to... Next thing you know, there's a big blue hanging there, and you're a champion.
There you go. So
it's a great fishing tournament.
No doubt. You in it this year?
Actually, today was my day that I was supposed to go down. I've got too much going on, Clip, and I was not able to make it.
You were going to pull the full day, though, like you did last time?
Yeah. I mean, there is no half day. Once
you're out there, I guess you can't go.
I got news for you. It don't matter what happens when you're out there. Like, you get back when the boat gets back.
Do they have nautical Ubers you can call when you're out there?
There is no plan B.
Yeah.
I gotta look like a dude I know, but it's not. Once you leave, and they were going on the other side of the Gulf Stream, so I'm not quite sure how many miles that is, but that sounds like it's pretty far away.
Okay.
If you're just going to the Gulf Stream, that's pretty far out, right? The other side of the Gulf Stream.
Yeah.
That's a good little poke.
A little too far away from the mainland.
That's where they were headed out today, at least with the double B. And, as I said, we've been fun to be out there. I just, unfortunately, with all this ECU baseball stuff, we're still kind of playing catch-up on a lot of stuff. So
we had a great interview on Tuesday when Bryce Williams joined us. We talked to Dylan Rudy, who was on the boat wall hanger on Monday.
I heard that, man. That was really good.
That was good because Bryce knew what he's talking about.
I know.
It was a great interview.
I thought it was the best moment he's ever had on air.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, no, that sounded really good. That was a good interview. That dude, I think they're currently in second place.
Right, still? They were at the time, and
I believe so, but I got to, if we had, our Buck scoreboard up to date, we'd know this.
Yeah. Whose responsibility is that?
What, the Buck? Who's handling that? Everybody look around. No one wants everybody pointing fingers. No one damn stepping up.
I'll tell you what, you're the big rock guy, so how about you be responsible?
I'll look through the break and see what I can find. All
right, let's
Chandler, this was your opportunity to step up and say, you know what? I'll handle that.
That's going to be tough for Chandler. That's tough. We've learned in the past that's
tough.
All right, we'll take a break because Bryson Worrell is going to join us on the other side.
Speaking of scoreboards,
this sucks to say, former ECU center fielder.
God, can we already say that?
Do
we have to?
That hurts. That hurts right there.
And for this could be like his last visit in studio for a long time. I'm not saying we can't ever have him back in studio, but you could be leaving soon. We may not see him again for a while.
Could be. This is going to be very emotional for Troy D. This last hour of the show. All right, Bryson joins us when we return. We'll make you a winner. Big hour 3 on tap after this. Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit QualityEquip.com.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over Greenville has you covered with no third party needed. Wings Over Greenville has its own in-house delivery service. Be sure to try the all-new tender sandwiches by ordering ahead on the Wings Over mobile app. Open till 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, Wings Over has everything to cure those late-night munchies. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville. They deliver.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has more American Airlines flights. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Your power's out. There's a water leak. What do you do? For these and other utility-related emergencies, you need service, and you want it fast. There are 2 things you can do to get the quickest response if you're a GUC customer. First, you can call the hotline at 1-855-767-2482 and report any utility-related emergency. That number is also on GUC.com. Or second, you can give GUC your phone number. The hotline process is quickest when their account records have your current phone number. Service you can count on. Greenville Utilities.
We have some exciting news at Angel Oak Home Loans. This is Talbot Green, and I would like to introduce you to the newest member of our team, Braxton Green. I've known Braxton his entire life because he's my nephew. He is also a recent ECU graduate and has lived in Eastern North Carolina his entire life.
This is Braxton Green, and I'm looking forward to working with you with your next home loan or refinance. Give us a call at Angel Oak Home Loans today at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
It's bow time. If you look closely at a big, bold Bo's chicken sandwich, you'll see it's only made one way. The right way. Marinated, then hand-breaded with bold southern seasoning before being topped with not one, but 2 juicy pickles, creamy mayo, and a toasted bun. Woo-wee! But don't look too close, or you'll just end up eating it, and we wouldn't blame you. Because, well, it is a sandwich after all. A show-stopping southern specialty that can only be the Bo's Chicken Sandwich. It's bow time.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina since 1937. Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you here on a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock, Troy D, and former East Carolina center fielder Bryson Worrell joining us in studio. He's joined us all season long, and it's been great to have you on, Bryson, and we'll have you here to wrap it up this time, but appreciate you joining us as always, man.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.
We've been going through the stages as an outsider of this baseball program, so how about yourself, a few days now removed from the season coming to an end? Has it gotten any easier for you? You still thinking about it? How's it going for you personally?
Definitely still thinking about it a lot. It honestly doesn't feel any different than like a regular off season. I think just because I kind of expect to come back for the fall, but I mean, I'm sure it's going to hit me once I have more time away from the field.
Yeah.
What's your teammates? How they've been doing? How's coach? By the way, I did want to mention too. Cliff Godwin will join us live on PRL Monday at 3, just confirmed. So we'll talk to Coach Godwin. But how's the rest of the team doing? Because it is, anytime a season ends, it's always kind of a sad deal. But to be that close to the ultimate goal of getting to Omaha, and then one day hopefully the ultimate goal of winning in Omaha. How's everyone else?
Yeah, I think everyone's doing fine. We're kind of come to peace with what happened. Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to use this as a learning experience going forward. Definitely, we're talking about how much easier it was to play at home compared to playing on the road at Super Regional. I mean, that home field advantage was probably the best atmosphere in college baseball as far as Super Regional atmosphere. And yeah, I mean, we're going to learn from that. The team's going to continue to get better, and I have no doubt that one day it's going to happen.
That purple gold chant was kind of, I mean, it sounded, last time I heard that, it was a packed Daddy Ficklin Stadium. I mean, the way it echoed, and it was just incredible.
It was unreal.
Kind of gave me, it's hard to explain, but you almost had to be there. I was like, I was almost like, damn, like, wow.
Yeah, especially in the outfield, because you got the fans right behind you just screaming purple, and then it's echoing gold from the stadium, so it was awesome.
It was, I'm sure being on the field is a whole different experience. One of the positives to come from this run was really your performance, and from starting back to the conference tournament, what you were able to do. I mean, your stock from where it was just, I would say, a month or two ago to where it is now. I've got the folks we've talked to in the business and in professional baseball. I mean, you have really improved your status as far as playing in the future.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that I'm not really worried about, honestly. At the time, I'm more focused on is letting my play help the team win, and doing whatever I can to help us win baseball games. And I mean, I feel like I did my part there at the end of the season to get us where we need to be at the end of the year.
But now it's over. So now, obviously you want to play professional baseball, I'd assume. Yeah. So what's the process from here?
I think it's pretty much just they kind of reach out to you, scouts reach out to you and talk to you about your opinion, how you feel, how's the how like you're kind of reflecting the season, and then to kind of remain in contact up to the draft, and then the draft day happens, and then they'll contact you once they going to draft you.
Have you been contacted by scouts?
No, not yet.
Up to you're going to wait till that draft day, but between now and then, how much individual work are you going to continue to do to stay fresh, stay ready for when your number's called? Like, what's your plan for that?
Yeah, it's kind of weird because normally in the past before COVID, they had the draft almost like at the end near the super super regional. So it's kind of weird when you have that like I guess month and a half layover where you kind of have nothing to do. So I mean, I'm probably going to take about 2 weeks off to get away from baseball, but then I got to get right back into it. And it's tough for guys to go from seeing live pitching for every day for months straight, and then taking a month off, and then getting thrown right back into the gauntlet where you got minor leaguers throwing 95 just about every guy they run out there. So it can be an adjustment.
And probably need a little bit of a break.
Yeah,
quite honestly. I mean, mentally and physically.
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy, especially when you're playing 65, 70 games a season. It can definitely take its toll on you mentally and physically.
How many years did you play in a summer league during your time here?
Only 2.
Okay.
Yeah, my first 2 years, and then junior year was COVID, and then last year I was doing an internship and had my shoulder issue, so I couldn't play last year.
Bryson Worrell joining us in the Pirate Radio studios. Bryson, you win game 1, and how do you not celebrate too much and get ready for the next 2? Because you knew you still had to face this Texas Longhorns team, but you had to feel pretty good after Friday, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, that win felt really good, but I think the biggest thing we knew was, like, hey, they're a really good team, and that was the best team that we've played all year, the best offense that we played. And even towards the end of game 1, we saw, like, no lead is safe. Like, I mean, and then, of course, day 2, we got there. We're leading by 5, I think, when the 7th. They blow the lead, and I feel like we kind of gave them that game. That was our chance to really put them away there.
And talking to Cliff after the game, we'll hear from him Monday too. But that was kind of the moment where you almost felt it's like you had their backs against the wall, and that was in the 7th, it was getting close, but to let it slip away like that, it was almost like, I hate to say it, but almost like we ran out of gas by the time it gets to game 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, it definitely takes some wind out yourselves
especially against a team that good.
Yeah, I mean, you have a team that's that good. You got a decent-sized lead on them. Yeah, we know. I mean, they have a good offense. We know that, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely deflating when you give up a lead like that in the innings.
I don't want to dwell on the loss. I do find it interesting, some of the behind the scenes, if you can take us through, because I think, and now a lot of this stuff blurs together for me because there's so many games, so many moments. But I think this was the Sunday game. You were on a 3-0 count, and I think they gave you a green light and normally you just want someone to get the next ball, take a base, but at that point I think we had some guys on, and like everyone's like, well, damn, he hits a home run here, we're kind of back in this thing. What was the situation there? What did coach call, and what did you see? And because it was a pop-up, but an half inch either way, it could have been gone.
I think the guy was struggling to throw strikes there. I think he might have, I can't remember if he walked Hoover or Hoover had a hard contact. I can't quite remember. But yeah, he threw me 2 off speed and a fastball, got to 3-0, and gave me green light. I was trying to stay to the middle. That's kind of our approach. There was a runner on third base. Stay to the middle, stay inside the ball, try to get something in the air so you don't roll over there. And I was just underneath it and missed it a little bit and pop it up not far enough where Zach could tag up.
I said if I had a time machine, I'd love to go back to that 3-0 count again.
Dude, me too.
I'm sure you do. Because, Chandler, we were talking about it. Didn't you have a 3-0 homer the previous week? Was it against Coastal, maybe?
Yeah, I think the homer against Coastal was 3-0.
Yeah. So we had seen you do that before, and we all thought it was about to happen again. But how about that during that time? So you're down 4-0. It's late. The crowd is still rabid. And that was probably the loudest I've heard a crowd with a 4-0 deficit ever. Like, they were... Yeah. Fans were so into the game, and I mean, it speaks to the Pirate fans.
Yeah, and there still wasn't even full capacity because I know some people had gone home just because of the rain delay, but I mean, it was still deafening loud.
You guys came back out on the field about 10:15 Sunday night, and this was after really 2 rain delays, ended up being in a lapse 6 or so hours. I was like, hey, man, anybody that stays will be lucky to have, if we have a fourth of the people there, First of all, I was stunned at how many people, when I walked in the stadium, how many people were there.
Yeah,
and crazy. Then when y'all came out and kind of waved to everybody for almost being there, hey, thanks for coming back type of deal, and the crowd erupted. it sounded like it was as loud as if it was full. So even though if it was half full, 2/3 full, it was as loud, if not louder, than the full stadium. It was incredible.
I really can tell the difference between the Friday-Saturday game and the Sunday night game.
Bryson, what about the playing surface when you went out there at 10:15? I shout out to Joey Perry and the grounds crew for getting that field the way it looked during that rain delay. I mean, the outfield was underwater, the warning track was underwater. How was the playing surface? It seemed like there was a couple times where there was a ball hit to you and the ball died. You had to run up and get the ball. Just talk about the playing surface after the rain delay.
The infield was nice and dry, but the outfield where they pull the tarp off, it kind of drains all the water, kind of along that line at the edge of the tarp in the outfield, and it was pretty wet there. There was still some standing water, and I remember one play I came in and dived, and I missed the ball by 6 inches. But I remember sliding probably the length of me to you.
I remember that.
Through the water there, and I got up and I was soaking wet. But it was pretty slippery, pretty wet out there.
That was like bases loaded, right? And it gets in normal circumstances, you might make that catch if the conditions are different.
Maybe.
Well, I know you didn't. You said both teams played, and the rain delay wasn't a huge factor. But what did you guys do during the delay? I'm on Twitter screwing around, watching other games. What are you guys doing to pass the time?
I think for the first hour and a half, I was kind of just sitting around because we thought we were going to go out sooner than we realized. But then they kept saying, hey, 30 more minutes. Then eventually they were like, all right, we'll try to shoot for 9:30. So then we kind of just we were playing a game called Mafia. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but
I heard Packard and those guys talking about it years ago.
It's still popular.
I guess so.
Yeah.
We probably played that for an hour and a half, and then we stopped, and everyone kind of went back to their own locker and kind of just sat there and kind of waited it out for probably the last hour.
Yeah.
Bryson Worrell joining us from ECU Baseball, former center fielder. Still weird to say, Cliff.
Yeah, stinks.
You talked about that play where you slid, and then you get and you're soaking wet. But I was there that night. I don't want to say it got cold, but the temperature dropped, and everything's kind of wet, and it's a little chill. But once you get wet, you can feel cold in a hurry. What did you do? Did you feel cold the rest of the night because you're soaking wet in your uniform?
No, I never felt cold. I thought it was still pretty warm outside, to be honest with you. I think it's a little humid.
So it's a little more refreshing, I guess, in that case.
If it gets under 90, Troy thinks it's cold. That's weird.
Well, and the sun goes down, so it did drop a little bit. I was starting to get a little chilly out there.
Yeah, there was a little wind out there. There was a little wind blowing.
I'm a little softer than the average person, I guess.
You're a heat guy.
Yeah, I am. I like
a summer guy. Summer Troy. Bryson Worrell joining us, and man, what a great run you guys had. And look, I don't need to say it, but you can appreciate what you guys did this year. Just because you didn't get to Omaha, it's not a disappointment. It was an incredible season, and I'm sure you're aware of that. Yeah. You feel that way?
Yeah, definitely. Coming from where we were at probably the first third of the season, there was a lot of naysayers, a lot of doubters that we would even make the postseason, but
Clip, hand up, talking to you.
But I was really proud of the guys, the way we stuck together through all those tough times, and I think that really prepared us for the winning streak we went through in the later of the year, and then the postseason baseball.
How about the guys in that lineup, man? That Melendez was the real deal, but. And I was talking about this earlier today that I kept kind of doing math, all right, when is the top of their order coming back up? But then by halfway through game 2, I was like, it doesn't matter. 1 through 9, these guys are raking. You said it was the best team you faced. Offensively, best team I've seen at Clark LeClaire maybe ever, but in a long time.
Yeah, I feel like there was no easy out 1 through 9. It was every guy that come up there for them could drive the ball at the ballpark or push a pitcher deep into a count. So, it was definitely nerve-wracking in the outfield, knowing that, especially when they get runners on, that even though there are 9 holes coming up, he still has 15, 16 home runs, and that he could put a ball out at any time.
So the College World Series starts this weekend. From your perspective, is it something now I want to see how everybody finishes up, or, man, I can't watch this anymore? It's too heartbreaking, and I don't want to see what these teams are doing.
It's not really heartbreaking, but, I'm not really interested in what the other teams do. I'll probably watch the last game to win it all, but I'm not really that interested into it anymore.
You guys won and have won in the Cliff Godwin era with different ways, but a lot of small ball bunting, moving guys over. You kind of got in a home run derby and a mash fest there against Texas. It was pretty cool game one because you were going toe to toe with them. So you almost, I don't want to say it's a different style of ball, but it was a very offensive series, especially those first couple of games for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was partially because of the conditions outside too. I mean, the wind was blowing out probably 10 miles an hour to right field. So if you can get a ball in the air, so I know they hit a few where it was like, I don't think those balls go out if the wind's not blowing out, but yeah, I mean, it was definitely some offensive conditions outside.
Well, Bryson, good stuff. So you're going to take a couple weeks away from baseball. What are you doing here? Just finally chilling, resting?
Yeah, just relaxing a little bit. Trying to take it easy for a little while.
What's your ultimate goal as far as, man, I'd love to, be doing this time next year?
This time next year, I mean, hopefully moving up in the minor league system of a major league team.
You got a great network of people to talk to. A ton of your former teammates are playing right now. Have you talked to any of those guys since the season ended?
Yeah, I've talked to a few guys. I think I've talked to Norby and Gavin the most. And Norby probably messaged me just about every game. So he was definitely back there watching. But, yeah, I mean, those guys are doing well.
I don't know how much you noticed this around you while you're playing, but, like, Cliff Godwin's old teammates were around. Some of your old teammates were around watching, and everybody in between. And Brandon Manning, who joined us, said it went from 30 to 40 alums to by the end of it, maybe 60 to 80 former ECU baseball players. That's cool to see. And one day that'll be you, hopefully, Bryson, coming back years from now to Greenville. And but you're always part of this family.
Yeah, I mean, that was awesome to see. I mean, I know they had the little group on the right field line. I mean, it's always awesome to see the alumni who've put in a lot of work here come back and cheer us on.
I went down there to talk to some of those guys. A great area for them that they kind of had reserved. And I tell you, I think ECU baseball has probably the strongest alumni network of any sport we have at ECU. And a lot of that, let's be honest, is credit to Cliff Godwin, who is an ECU alum himself and who makes that a priority. So
the words culture and program are used a lot, Troy. Like, we have a program, we have a set culture for baseball.
Yeah, I mean, he lives it and breathes it because he was here, and a lot of those guys have connections to him personally, not just the program. So I think that's a big part of it also. But it is good to see the support of the former guys and for them to come back and truly be just not alums, but huge fans. I mean, they're cheering as loud as anybody, the guys I saw.
No doubt. Bryson, I heard you after the selection show watch, you did an interview, and Cliff said, "Good job, Bryson." And I heard you say, being on radio has helped me out. And I was glad to hear that.
No, it definitely has.
So how much have you enjoyed talking to us idiot talking heads every week?
Man, it's been awesome. I mean, it's been a really good time to come in here and just chat it up about the season. Little different tone later in the year than it was earlier in the year.
Definitely.
Which is a good thing.
But you kept it consistent.
Yeah,
all you guys
much.
did.
Yeah.
We really couldn't tell if you just got swept by Bryant or just went on a 20-game win streak, and that speaks a lot to you.
And I'll never forget that first weekend. And we were all thinking, well, we'll start 3-0. This is good. I can't wait to get. We did an interview or two before the season, and it was a lot of fun. And I never forget the clip
because I'm doing these interviews by myself.
Well, I started off, but then I was handing it off to Clip.
You did it a lot more after the wind started coming, I noticed.
But anyway, I'll never forget the text I got from Clip. So they're not going, good thing we did all these deals. He's like, oh man, are they going to show up? But to y'all's credit, you could have easily said, hey, I'm busy, I can't do it. No one backed down, and everybody showed up. Everybody kept a positive attitude. And really, from y'all, we couldn't tell whether you necessarily won or lost. I mean, y'all were very even keel the whole time, and I think it is a credit. But I think it's a great experience for you because if you do move on to the professional ranks, there's going to be great moments. There's going to be tough moments.
Right.
And you're going to have to, if you can become a star at the next level, you're going to be the person they want to talk to about that. So this experience, it'll be the same type of deal. You'll just have more people involved in it than just me and Clip. Instead of a couple people talking to you at once, you may have 20 people talking to you at once. But I do think it's been a great experience. I think you guys have done an incredible job. And as I said, regardless of what you ever end up doing in life, communication skills are always good.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
And not only can you outbench Agnos now, you can also do interviews just as well as him. So you got yet another thing on Zach. Same thing happened in football, by the way, Troy. Started 0-2.
Yeah.
And I was like, Troy, you're setting me up here big time.
Yeah,
I got to talk to these guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, this is all. But just like the football season,
it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
I'll give you credit. I don't know how much you believed it or not, but you did say, hey, this baseball season's not over. Going to be a great year.
Yeah, I mean, if you go back and you listen to the Monday show after Bryant, when I was on with you in the 5 o'clock hour, I remember, hey, everybody calm down. The season, it's a long season. This is baseball. There was a play here, a play there, a terrible call there.
Literally, you won a game that got taken away from you.
It's a different story, and it might have been a 2-1 weekend perhaps. And, and look, you guys started the season with tough adversity. Let's be honest. The Wisenhunt thing threw everybody for a loop. He was going to be the big star. He was going to come in here and dominate. And I think that threw the team. I mean, you tell me now that it's over. I mean, I think that kind of threw everybody into a little tailspin to begin with, at least the coaching staff, to figure out, okay, what's the rotation now?
I mean, I think from a player's perspective, it really wasn't as big of a deal as people were making it. I mean, it's kind of like, we don't have many more, but I mean, we still got 35 other guys that we believe can go out there and do just as good a job as he can.
Yeah. But I do think, if he was with this team, that might have been the one little missing piece that perhaps, on the pitching side could have been enough.
Yeah, I mean, he is a great player. So
that definitely would have been nice to have him Sunday. Somebody also pointed out, the recruiting class, I don't know what year it was, but is, we could have Mackenzie Gore pitching in Game 3 against Texas. That would have been pretty cool, too. Ifs and nuts, candies.
And every time I hear, whatchamacallit get mentioned,
Mike Trout.
Yeah, Mike Trout. I'm still on what could have been.
Somebody told me, was it UCJ, that Mike Trout followed ECU Baseball? Is he coming? Is he finally coming? He's making...
Well, maybe he considers himself an alum because he did commit to East Carolina.
Now that they're good. Now that they all... Yeah.
But let me just say this. Mike Trout, friend of the program.
Of the ECU program?
Yeah, of the ECU program.
Okay, fair enough.
Sure. He can tune in to be a friend of our program, too.
Sure. Bryson, thanks for joining us, man. Really enjoyed you guys. The Tilt-A-Whirl was fun this year.
Oh, yeah.
Had a lot of comments about that. So it was fun acting like idiots watching you guys play. And you set your goal at 15 homers, and you eclipsed that easily. Yep. So congrats on that.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Great season.
Thank you.
Bryson Worrell joining us here in the Pirate Radio studios. All right, let's take... Shirley, you want to go ahead and open up the booty bag right now? Make somebody a winner? I'll take that as a yes.
I didn't have the mic on, but yes.
Booty everywhere. Booty everywhere.
All right, what do you want to give away today?
Turn your microphone on, Shirley. Lunch for 2 at Tiebreakers.
Lunch for 2 at Tiebreakers. Sounds like a winner. What caller are we looking for?
Caller 10.
All right, caller 10, 317-1250. We'll be back with more Pirate Radio Live after this.
The Wood Ducks are at Granger Stadium this upcoming week versus the Carolina Mudcats, June 21st through June 26th. Come out to Thirsty Thursdays and enjoy $1 natural lights. There will be post-game fireworks on Friday sponsored by WNCT Channel 9. Come out on Sunday for Dogs and Dogs Day with $1 hot dogs and bring your furry friend for $1. Go online to get your tickets in advance at woodducksbaseball.com or at the box office the day of the game. Hope to see you at Granger Stadium cheering on the Wood Ducks all week long. Go Woodies!
Welcome to US Cellular.
Yeah, hi. I want a new phone for free, but not just any phone. I want the newest, fastest, most storage holding 5G unlimited data using phone in here for free.
Sure, your choice.
Really?
Yep.
At US Cellular, we put you first. So choose any phone from any brand free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Pirate fans, the 2022 football season is going to be one for the record books. East Carolina is coming off a 7-win bowl season, and 2022 is shaping up to be even better. The Pirates need you to pack Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium this fall with a great home slate that includes in-state rival North Carolina State. The American Conference schedule features home games against UCF, Memphis, Houston, and Navy. Season tickets are on sale for as low as $125. Get your tickets today by visiting ECUPirates.com.
University PC Care has been the Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. They thank you for your continued support and trust during these trying times. Many services can be done remotely and free pickup and delivery is available. As a Dell business partner and Apple authorized service provider, you can count on University PC Care for all your personal and business tech support needs. To make a remote appointment or to bring in your device for service at their Greenville or New Bern locations, call 558-1280 or go online at universitypccare.com.
Although innovative new resources such as digital media and social networks have grown in popularity, smart marketers recognize that printing is a mainstay.
We live in an age of computer hacking, scams, and fly-by-night businesses, so it's reassuring to consumers when they receive printed marketing pieces.
It exemplifies business confidence and conveys a high level of commitment.
It also fosters trust, which leads to engagement and ultimately brand loyalty.
When you're ready to grow your business, come to PIP, where business goes to grow.
Christie's Europub is the perfect place to relax, grab a bite, and enjoy a drink. Located in the heart of Greenville and just a few blocks from ECU's campus, Christie's offers lunch, dinner, and late night with live music every Sunday. Come and have brunch Monday through Friday from 11 to 3 or Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 4. Scratch cooking takes time, so relax and enjoy a pint at Christie's Europub today. For the latest information, check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or visit them online at christieseuropub.com.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show. Hosts Mark Greenhelge and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're gonna love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is the home of the best margaritas. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Tuesday for the Gulf of Mexico, a huge 38-ounce lime margarita for only $7.99. On Thursdays, relax and enjoy half-price pitchers of Chico's house margaritas. Choose from lime, strawberry, blood orange, raspberry, or peach. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
This is Roger Harris, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles? Tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair. Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available by calling 752-1406 or visiting beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Congratulations to my friend Steve Hill, who walked away with lunch for two at Tiebreakers. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. and is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is Clip Rock.
I'm calling BS on this one. Inside job.
Inside job?
A couple days ago,
Nope.
Steve Hill comes by the Pirate Radio. He's a P1 listener, comes by the Pirate Radio studios, gives Shirley an autographed Abby Wambach card.
I saw that.
Certified.
Yeah. What a kiss ass.
Couple days later, wins the call-in for a day. I don't know.
Yeah. It worked.
Yeah. So if you want to give something to Shirley, you can win something in return. It appears that way anyway.
I do like a lot of different things, and if you need a list of things that you'd like to bring to me,
Most of them
slide
are,
into my DMs.
Most of them are very bizarre things that I'd never want. Because we're the opposite, Shirley.
What are you talking about you never want? What are you talking about?
Here we go.
What are you talking about?
Like the what's the conventions you go to?
Well, they're different ones. They're named different things.
What's the latest one you went to?
ERP Expo.
Yeah. Like there's nothing for the like if you gave me like the best piece of memorabilia from the ERP Expo, wouldn't want it.
Well, nobody asked you.
I know. Why did you insert yourself?
No, I'm just saying, like, I'd have to go find you something from the ERP Expo, like for as a gift. But I wouldn't even know what that is.
Right.
Well, you never give her anything. That's well documented.
Yes, that's well documented. As a matter of fact, 2 weeks from tomorrow, I will enter my 20th year here at Pirate Radio.
What are you going to get yourself?
Shirley, we've given
what
you,
are you going to get yourself,
we've
Troy?
given you the gift of time, the most valuable gift there is.
I almost cursed on the air, too.
The gift of time.
And for your information, that's not the only thing I like. I like the WNBA. I like the
There you go, Troy.
women's
No,
national
common
team.
interest.
No thanks,
I
no
like
thanks.
other things, too.
I know. It's just funny that we work great together at work, but we're the complete opposites outside of here.
Opposites attract.
Yes, it is true. We're like a magnet. I'm positive, you're negative.
Now that is pretty good.
Yeah, because I usually have a negative reaction when you walk in here, and I'm pretty positive I'm going to throw you out of here.
But yeah, we stayed together for 20 years, baby.
That's right.
Anyway, look,
I haven't managed to kill you
I know,
yet.
and we're family. Like, I can mess with Shirley, but if someone else outside of here says a word about Shirley, I will be on there. You know what?
Yeah.
Like, I ain't tolerating that.
There you go.
And believe it or not, I do the same thing.
She does.
Yeah.
I
Nobody
don't
talks
like to
junk
admit that publicly.
about Shirley, but me. Like, no one else.
Well, it's just like siblings. You know
Shirley
what,
and
you know.
I have had conversations
We're family.
where we complain about you, and then we'll talk about somebody else complaining about you, and Shirley will get mad about it.
Yeah, that's her job.
Like, yeah, we've been.
We've earned the right to complain about me, Shirley. That jackass somewhere else doesn't have a right to.
And she's
That is true.
pissed off about that. So
they don't know what they're talking
they ain't
about.
got no room to be talking.
That's great
It
stuff.
is like a family, though. You're right.
All right, Troy. How about we bring up our questions of the week? Even though you jumped in.
Well, I did them wrong, so let's you ask them and I'll answer them to the best of my ability.
Okay, so
This is going to go straight 1991. I have a feeling.
Probably so. I think there'll be one that's not. No, there'll be two that's not. We'll see. All right, so I wanted to get some football discussion going, kind of get away from baseball.
Yeah, it was good. It was effective, I thought.
And it was fun. We had a lot of good people chiming in with a lot of different answers. So we talked quarterbacks with Igo yesterday. We'll talk running backs next week. But my 4 questions. Number 1, Troy, this one's a no-brainer, but who is your all-time favorite ECU quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, the answer is always going to be Jeff Blake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
hands down.
And anyone that answers it differently is just wrong, but it's okay. We can agree to
see again that it's your favorite quarterback,
right? He should be everybody's favorite quarterback.
An 18-year-old ECU kid.
Well, they should know their history, Clip,
Their
and
favorite
shame on them.
quarterback's not going to be Jeff Blake.
Well, that's their problem. They need to educate themselves.
All right, can you
come to my office and I'll talk to them?
Can you just answer the questions?
Yeah, all right.
You did say Shane Carden was number 2.
Yes, Shane Carden, my number 2 favorite quarterback.
All right,
he one, and it's by one. I like Shane as a person.
Right,
very likable guy. Friends with Shane, friend of the program. And right now, and I'll be honest with you, because he hasn't graduated yet, I haven't considered Holton a part of this list, but I probably should. I would say probably Holton will bump into the number 2 spot.
Wow.
Because I was considering the alumni, people that have already played.
Okay.
But I'd really probably go Jeff Blake, Holt Nailers, then Shane Carden if you're asking me this at the end of the season.
All right. There you go. Top 3. Who is your most underrated East Carolina quarterback?
James Summers. I mean, the guy should have won a Heisman.
Heisman snub.
I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
You see that game against the Virginia Tech he had?
I did.
Unstoppable.
Summer's time. Summers.
No, most underrated. I heard someone say Danny Gonzalez.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? That's probably. And I think Danny Gonzalez, if timing's everything in life. Clip. I mean, I know we joke around about time, but it is true. Like, especially in football, how things time out. If it had timed out differently for Danny Gonzalez, the dude was incredibly smart. First of all, he was like, I remember how intelligent he was, but I think he could have been in one of the all-time best quarterbacks here. I just don't think the timing worked out for him for whatever reason. I forget who was he behind or whatever, but I remember he was a really smart, really talented guy, very underrated.
If you don't remember, Troy, some older Pirate helped me out. So he was a backup, but did he go into a season as the starter? Maybe 1 year.
I think wasn't he under Logan?
Yeah. It was
the
90s. Yeah.
But I thought I remember something weird happened with him or his career. But
so he was 94 to 97. He filled in for Marcus Crandall.
That was it.
And then I guess that following year, maybe he was the starter because he had.
But he only had 1 year, maybe.
Yeah. Around 3,900 yards and 23 passing touchdowns.
Yeah.
Gonzalez signed with the Cowboys signed by the Dolphins, but ended up playing in the CFL.
Yeah, so I'll put him as most underrated.
All right. Question 3. Let's go back to 91. Favorite play involving an ECU quarterback that pops in your brain?
The picture's all over Greenville. It's the Jeff Blake to Luke Fisher.
Okay, Fisher will score.
It's the go-ahead touchdown for the Peach Bowl to secure the greatest win in ECU history.
If we were on, what's the old wedding show where the couples guess what the other person's going to say? Mm-hmm. What's it called?
The match game?
No.
The wedding game?
No. What is that game called?
Where the couple tries to finish the sentence?
They answer the questions.
Oh, yeah.
Newlywed game.
Newlywed game. That's it. I was close. I said wedding game.
If we're on the newlywed game, Troy, I think we'd have got that wrong. And that would have been my fault. But I would have said the 2-point conversion against Pitt.
Now that's is
that on the?
That's on the list.
Short list.
Yeah, and without that play, you don't have the Peach Bowl play. But still, the
Peach Bowl's better.
Passes caught, Fisher will score.
Yeah.
If it's not a pass by Jeff Blake, Fisher doesn't score.
Yeah.
But the 2-point conversion, greatest 2-point conversion in ECU history, no question, against Pittsburgh.
All right, you've seen a ton of Pirate games. You've been to a lot of Pirate games here and on the road. How about the best performance by an opposing quarterback against your Pirates? What stands out to you over the years?
Interesting question.
Yeah.
That's a lot of...
Heard some Favre, some Manning. Heard I went with Daniel Evans, who was like this no-name from state, Johnny Evans boy, who came in and threw for over 300 yards against the Pirates and beat them.
Didn't like a Central Florida quarterback light us up one time?
Probably more than once. Yeah. Chandler went with Taylor Heineke, Old Dominion. But Chris Redmond, Louisville, Case Keenum, Houston. I don't know, anybody we haven't mentioned that comes to your brain?
Who were the quarterbacks for the SEC teams when we lost in the Liberty Bowls against Arkansas and Kentucky?
Well, they didn't do anything because our defense kept them in it, but Ryan Mallett was the quarterback for Arkansas. I don't remember Kentucky's quarterback, but they didn't do much at all.
Yeah.
Oh, you blocked this one from your brain. A lot of people said Byron Leftwich.
Yes, that would be it. That would be it.
That's the one.
That's the one I can stand. The Mobile Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, should have never lost that one. Honestly, Pirates should have won that bowl game. They should have won both Liberty Bowl games.
Yeah, bowl record could be a lot different.
Absolutely.
Carden's last pass picked off right there at the goal line against Florida.
Yeah,
had a chance to win that one.
Correct, and they pulled him from when they were on the goal line before.
Put in Ben Kurt and couldn't get in.
Yeah, if they would have just kept Carden in, I think Carden makes that play or we score.
Got a little cute. Where is that offensive coordinator they had now? He probably got fired.
Who was that guy back then?
He's probably out of football.
Jeff McTerrible.
Wait, what?
Jeff McTerrible.
I'm talking about Lincoln Riley, the offensive coordinator, making a
He'll
joke.
never make it.
Who's now keep up with me.
Terrible call at the goal line.
Yeah.
Honestly, he made his mistakes here at East Carolina, and to his credit, was able to learn from them. But he was not always great here.
Lincoln Riley should have been fired that night.
Captain Bill.
That was a terrible. He got too cute. He lost time of the clock with the UCF game. Where he took a knee too early because they didn't pay attention that UCF still had a timeout. As an offense coordinator, you should never let that happen. That's your job. And you have people on the staff they go by a chart. If you have timeouts, at what point you can take a knee. That's all predetermined. That was a coaching error.
Most overrated coach in ECU history, Lincoln Riley.
Yeah.
You think Captain Bill's going to call the USC postgame show this year?
Terrible.
This guy.
You look a little salty.
Pack the truck up. Get him out of here. All right. Thank you for participating, Troy.
Yeah, sure. That was fun.
We'll call it the Jeff Blake game next time we play it with you. Jeff Blake, #1 on the call sheet. All right, let's take a time out. We'll come back. We'll have more to go here on Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
You know, everybody's thinking we're having some inventory issues in the car business, which some of it's true. For used vehicles, Brown & Wood has a lifetime powertrain on every vehicle you buy from us, new or used. So even when you buy a used vehicle from Brown & Wood, you have lifetime powertrain. We cover the engine, transmission for as long as you own the car.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hey, B More. The Orioles 2022 Birdland Summer Music Series presented by Miller Lite kicks off Friday, June 17th with Flo Rida. After the O's take on the Tampa Bay Rays, stay for the post-game concert and watch Flo Rida perform live from the infield. The concert is free to all fans who attend the game, with the option to add special on-field access. With hit singles like My House and his latest single, Wait, what better way to watch Flo Rida perform live at Camden Yards on June 17th? Buy tickets now at Orioles.com/music.
The only way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the only way to get it is at Jersey Mike's, because authentic ingredients make a sub above. Jersey Mike's would like to dedicate the next 3 seconds to our new grilled portobello mushroom and Swiss sub. Trust us, it tastes good too, because fresh ingredients make a sub above.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,000 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org, or go directly to our job postings at bit.ly/PCS employment. That's bit.ly/PCS employment. Pitt County Schools, engaging, empowering, and elevating every student and every staff member every single day.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, pirates supporting pirates.
Volleyball players need to be able to jump higher, dig lower, and move faster. Our athletic movement program at Kinetic this summer is just for volleyball players at ages 13 to 17. It's a 6-week program starting June 13th where you will learn the secrets on how to be more explosive, how to get the ball faster, and how to serve with power. Team up with our sports performance coaches and other players to sharpen your athletic ability and take your game to the next level. Sign up today at kptonline.com.
Hi, this is Phil Steele of Phil Steele's College Football Preview Magazine, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Let's take a quick look at your stock market. The Dow fell 741 points, closed out at 29,927. The NASDAQ was down 453 at 10,646, and the S&P was down 123 points at 3,666. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Alrighty, back with your Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Troy, I saw earlier today, ECU basketball getting some work in the practice facilities. Mike Schwartz, new coach, a lot of new faces, new players on the court as well, and rocking an old familiar font, I guess, ECU markings, the script Pirates across the chest on the practice jerseys. And a lot of folks chimed in thinking, saying, hey, when can we get this on a helmet? Yeah. And I talked to Meador. That was, I thought it was earlier, but he said late 80s.
Yeah, the last year for that. And I saw those jerseys a few days ago. I didn't really think anything of it, but it is like the 80s Pirate script. The last time it was on a helmet was 1988. Bill Lewis came in 1989. The same year, young Troy D came in, and he changed it to the flying ECU with the sword underneath of it as the helmet. And it hasn't, the Pirate script hasn't seen the helmet since that I know of. Now that is still a mark. It's now like a heritage mark, if you want, for East Carolina, one of those kind of vault deals. But I was never really crazy about those Pirate script, but I guess over the years it's grown on me a little bit. Now it's kind of nostalgia.
It's a throwback.
Yeah, logo. Now it's kind of nostalgia. Yeah. So now I kind of, and it looks pretty good on the basketball uniforms. And those were the practice jerseys. So I'm not going to say that that's what they're wearing in a game.
Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not saying that they won't have.
It was cool to see though.
Yeah, but those are the practice unis that looked pretty good. And I think that was something that Coach Schwartz wanted. To do. So everybody kind of that was his decision to go with that on the practice unis. I don't know whether Coach Houston would want that Pirate script anywhere with the football program right now. That's probably more, if he wanted it, it could get done, is my guess. Definitely as a decal on the side of a helmet as a throwback. But, I don't know. I think the 91 unis would be an awesome throwback. But it's just so hard. You're dealing with Adidas and now with all these production delays and shortages. It's not as easy as it once was, maybe trying to do unique stuff with stuff like this, with big companies like that.
This is me saying this, not Troy D. The 89 to 98, that might be the best helmet, not just because that 91.
You mean, yeah, I agree.
You got, what did you call it, the flying?
I call it the flying ECU. That's not even the sword.
So they went with the sword 99 to 04.
Right, that's a different one. I don't like that one as much. I like
why? Because you affiliated with John Thompson and losing.
He changed that. That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Logan did 99 to 04.
True. So, but Logan's last couple of years weren't great.
Yeah, and then Skip kind of went to a different sword and ECU look on the side. By the way, helmethistory.com is a cool website.
Yeah,
because that's my favorite.
it's cool looking back.
But 06 to 10 is my favorite helmet.
The early 90s helmet, which went to 98, it had a pretty good run in the 90s, much like myself. Definitely my favorite helmet.
I would love to bring that one back.
Yeah,
I remember being,
and it had the kick-ass stripes on it down the middle.
I remember being 11 years old, walking into Dowdy Ficklin Stadium on a Thursday night against Virginia Tech, looking at the middle of the field and saying, "That is one badass logo in the middle of the field." That was the debut of the State of Mind logo, and then also the helmets had the skull and crossbones on it. That was the initial game where we wore
that one
crossbones.
Yeah,
and I thought that was badass.
Look at this, Troy. So from we can start anywhere, but 1972 to 2004, ECU had 10 different helmets. Mm-hmm. From 05 to current, ECU has had 30 helmets.
Yeah.
And the logo's just been tweaked a little bit each time. Different color.
Scroll up a little bit.
Which one do you want to see?
Most recent ones. I was just trying to see. Yeah, and it's been blown up in size recently.
A bigger skull and crossbones.
Yeah.
They did go with the old school logo a couple times in 19.
Cool. I forgot they did that.
I did too.
With the throwback, but that looks really kind of cool to me. They
only did it for one game. That was against Tulsa, it looks like.
Yeah, I have a hat that has that. It's the pirate with the sword in the mouth. It's the real pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one from the 70s. which looks cool.
So your first choice is going to be the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, and that's when we had the most success. I mean, why not go back to that helmet? I love the stripes, but if you do that, you got to go back to the unis with the matching stripes on the shoulder, on the arms, and down the leg.
Yeah.
You know, you don't see a lot of stripes anymore on these uniforms. Most of them are solids.
And that looks old school, too. The giant number 2 on Jeff Blake's shoulder pad.
Which actually really, I've talked to Jeff Charles about this, it really helps broadcasters out. Because you can see the number clearly. Nowadays, it sometimes it can be hard to see numbers.
So there you go, a little helmet history there. Oh, I thought was that Bryce? No, that's not Bryce Williams. That's Blake.
It did look like him for a second.
Blake Kim getting a shout out. Troy, not a fan of the white helmets. I like them. How about the white with the red, white, and blue pirate?
It's okay.
I think it's cool.
Yeah, I mean,
ECU Baseball went with that a lot.
I did notice that. Yeah, it's very patriotic. I like that.
Yeah,
but I'm just not a fan of the white helmet. I got to be honest. It doesn't. If you go and look at our record of how we've done in white helmets, I think history will serve me well on that.
I think there's a win over UConn and then a boatload of losses.
Like a field goal barely got through type of win over UConn.
It might have been the one that they missed, like a chip shot.
That's it. Maybe that's
where we didn't even win. They just lost.
They lost it.
I remember that fifth quarter.
Yeah, it was the biggest loss that was a win. It felt like a loss, but we won the
most depressing win of all time for East Carolina. All right, Troy. So what else? What you got going on?
I did have an update for you on the Big Rock. We were talking about the wall hanger. They're still in second place.
All right, wall hanger coming in second.
Let me give you the scoreboard update for that. How do they pronounce that name? The first one,
Mercenaria.
Yeah, they're still in first place. 502 pounder that they brought in. Wall hanger with a 556 pound fish. And then the high yield is in third with you've got 536 big blue.
8 on the board. Is that so? That's total this week, I guess, brought in.
Well, these two, for whatever reason, they must have. Well, they might have been underweight, so they might have brought them in.
So 6 on the board.
I think you've got to have 400 pounds or more to be able to be considered.
Gotcha.
So there's some type of deal, like they've got some cutoff where it's got to weigh a certain amount.
I am not a big rocker, Troy D, but I've been watching this feed. I'm surprised at the amount of females and even children that have been on these boats this week.
They've had two people that have caught fish that are on the lead. I think it's first and second place were actually female anglers.
Yeah, that's cool.
That reeled it in.
Yeah.
So are a lot of females. And the females have their own tournament, by the way, too, on the weekend leading up to it. They have their very own tournament, but they obviously are allowed to participate in this too. But yeah, there are a lot. It's a family deal a lot of times.
That's cool stuff. All right, Shirley, get our final break in. We'll come back. We'll wrap up the show here on a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live.
We are headed up to go see some O's.
Nice.
And reached out to Sean Armstrong, former Pirate, who will be in town in Baltimore with the Rays.
Oh, nice.
So we may try and catch up with him over the weekend. Last time we were in Baltimore, Armstrong was with the O's.
Right.
So, and his jersey is retired in the Pirate Radio Hall of Fame as an Indian.
That's right.
So, looking forward to hopefully catching up with Sean Armstrong over the weekend.
Good deal. All right, we'll wrap it up when we return after this.
Hey, Troy D here with my good friend Kelvin Rawls from Pest Tech. Kelvin, I just want to thank you and Chris and all the great folks at Pest Tech for such awesome service. You totally eliminated the mosquitoes in my backyard, plus the fire ant problem I was having in the yard.
Hey, you're certainly welcome, Troy. I have heard the same thing from all of our customers through the year of COVID. With everyone being home, they want to enjoy the outside and being mosquito, fire ant, and pest free.
Enjoy all your property from the kitchen to the curb. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com today for complete service.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This isn't your regular cola, so this isn't your regular cola ad. No beach parties or family barbecues here, just Nitro Pepsi, the first cola ever infused with nitrogen. So forget everything you thought you knew about soda, because that nitrogen gives us a whole new experience. Think an infusion of smaller bubbles for a cola that's got a lighter, smoother texture. And don't get me started on the pour. You don't pour this like any other cola. We're talking turn the can completely upside down and watch as those bubbles cascade into the glass to create a frothy, luxurious foam topping. Can your cola do that? I didn't think so. Unless you've got your own Nitro Pepsi, in which case cheers to your great taste. Because you already know that the only thing better than the pour is the unapologetic cola taste. What else is there to say? From the creamy foam to the smooth texture to its unbelievably delicious flavor, this is cola like you've never had it before. Time to bring your taste buds to the next frontier. New Nitro Pepsi. Smooth, creamy, delicious.
Welcome to US Cellular. Yeah, hi. I want a new phone for free, but not just any phone. I want the newest, fastest, most storage holding 5G unlimited data using phone in here for free.
Sure, your choice.
Really?
Yep.
At US Cellular, we put you first. So choose any phone from any brand free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
We all love using Uber Eats, DoorDash, and grocery pickup. It makes life so much easier. Well, now there is cellular delivery, and the team at Cellular Warehouse has perfected the process. They will deliver your new phone right to your door with all your information loaded on the new phone. And the best thing is there is no charge for this awesome service. And you don't have to waste half the day sitting in a Cellular store. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 and let his team of experts make your cellular delivery today. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent, serving all of Eastern North Carolina.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Winslow's Deli is now Fifth Street Hardware, restaurant and tap room. With a brand new look, Fifth Street Hardware also has a brand new menu, serving lunch and dinner every Tuesday through Sunday and brunch starting at 10:30 on Sundays. What else is new? Well, how about poker every Tuesday night and Trivia Wednesday with DJ Captain Morgan? It's a new look and a new name, but the same great location on Fifth Street beside the State Theater. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for specials and events. Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room.
This is Coach Donnie Kirkpatrick, Office Coordinator for ECU Football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
I forgot. All right, wrapping it up here on a Thursday. We might have just found something to do to pass through these summer months, and that's Pirate Radio charades with Chandler awfully describing, but he's into it, so might have to bring that to you.
Just because you yell louder doesn't make it any easier to get.
He's very animated, which makes it fun. All right, Troy D, have fun in Balmer.
Yeah, we'll have a report for you Monday. Monday, 3 o'clock, I'll come back, be here with you, and Cliff Godwin will join us.
And we just put it out on Pirate Radio. Eric Bakich will wear the number 23 as the head baseball coach for the Clemson Tigers. Yeah. That has become official.
He looks like he's gotten younger.
He is a very young-looking gentleman. So
I wonder if Nick Schnabel would do it, too, because they wore the same number at Michigan.
Is he coaching or playing?
He's a player coach. Yeah. All right, Troy, we'll see you Monday.
Sounds good. Have a good one, buddy.
Chandler, Shirley, we'll see you fine folks Friday, 3 o'clock for an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. Talk to you then. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of